There it is.
Welcome to Still Talking Uncut. This is our 100th episode. And, just to keep things like normal, Rigsby's late. What a sack of
Rigsby's
shit he
late.
is. What a sack of shit. And old man Matt don't know how to use his computer. So if anybody can go over and help their grandpa out, he would be greatly appreciated, man. So
Change his diaper, help him with his pudding
that's
cup.
right. Hand him a pudding cup, push him into his bed, use the motherfucking the loader hoe to pick him up and set him in.
Yep. The crane. Yeah.
The old loader hoe. Anyway, so welcome to the show. Like I said, this is our 100th episode. We're gonna shoot the shit a little bit, and then we're gonna let anybody to come in who they want. How you doing, Chewy? So Sean's late. That's
Sean's
normal.
late.
Sean's always late. It's
Man, he was due. He's been doing really well. He was due.
So thanks, Tyler. Appreciate you. Like I said, this is our 100th episode. Lord knows I didn't think we'd make it this far. Even when it's running through my house right now, Chewy. I think it's all over the place. We first started this, it was just a hangout thing, like, oh, we're just gonna come, we're gonna shoot the shit. Thanks, Gordon. And we're just gonna shoot the shit, hang out, have some questions. And at first we didn't, it wasn't he is, he'd be late being. And y'all want to hop in, man? We doing shit show style tonight. Y'all go ahead and get up in here if you want. But hey, no drama. I'll kick your ass out. And but we first started, it was just me and Sean. We're just shooting shit, talking a little liquor, this and that. And you can only talk. That's fucking awesome right there. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, throwing blows early. I love it.
Way to go, Shiner, man.
That's right. Good job, Gordons. I can't wait to show him that if he ever shows up. Sorry, piece of shit.
Sorry, piece of shit.
We started out, we just wanted to shoot the shit and talk liquor. And then we're like, man, I'm sure people are tired of listening to us talk by now because, you can only talk about so much shit between the two people. And so he was like, oh, let's get guests on. And then that really took off there for a long time, man. We were just loading them up, anybody, master distiller contestants and, distillery owners, just backwoods guys. And we hit after a while, it kind of hit a little lull, and we were struggling there for a little while to keep content coming, just because life happens sometimes, whether it's one person or the other. That's just the way it goes. But we maintain, and we saw an opportunity to bring some other people on, namely Uncle Joey LeMasters when he's not at the senior citizen home, and just to give everybody a little different perspective, we just, the perspective from a beginner is a lot different than just me and Sean asking the same questions over and over that we think people want to hear. And so, it's nice.
2 years ago, I was kind of we were introduced to you guys through Dan Gray, man. And, I had moonshine and corn liquor and things like that, or what people call moonshine, what they say. But we were kind of introduced to you guys, man, and you guys were real down to earth people. And then we come to find out you make some pretty fine tasting liquor on top of that. And, it's something that I like and something that intrigued me. And man, I've met so many kick-ass people along the way, man. And I'm sure there's a ton more that I'm going to meet going forward.
Oh, there is,
So, and I was on American Whiskey for a while, and I would watch you guys a lot, man. And me personally, you guys were the style of podcast that intrigued me. I liked the way you guys would sit these people down and pick their brains and talk to them. And these were real live people, and you were asking them real life questions. There were no sugarcoat, and there wasn't nothing for TV, or you weren't trying to make nobody look any way but what they are and who they were. And it was cool to watch, and I really enjoyed watching you guys and becoming friends with you guys, and then departing American and Whiskey and having the opportunity for you guys to ask me to join in. And I don't know if I kind of just bullied my way in, but I mean, but you know what I mean. I really appreciate you guys because I respect the way you guys handle your podcast. There's you guys don't try to shame, belittle, downgrade. You guys want to hear what these people have to say. You're not on here to bash them. You're here to let these people speak and talk about what they do. And I myself still as I go back and watch, these episodes are good, man. I think you guys we now put good content out for people to watch.
Well, we when we first decided to bring on guests, what you saw about Benjamin telling you hi.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
And when we first started bringing on guests, it's like, look, man, we want to hear what these people have to say.
Yeah.
Not even the guys that get on TV when they're on there, they don't have my man Bean on the stage, baby. Yeah.
Bean, you'll appreciate this. I got a little Eagle Rare in the glass.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Nice. So, but yeah, like, even when they get time on TV, they get 20 minutes and they don't get to really speak about themselves and they don't really get to talk about how they do things. And so, and just being able to let these people come on and talk about themselves. Like, hell, we've had Bean on a few times. Just hearing how he does things is way different than how I do things, or even guys that have been on TV and won, how they do things, or your backwoods or your distillery. Like, everybody's got their own way, and that's what makes it so cool, man. So It's definitely a good platform to spread information.
What I like here lately, I've come to find out, being you're a bourbon guy. You like to barrel some of your own stuff. I like to, once I get a little more into it, I like to maybe talk to you and pick your brain. I like to do a little barreling myself.
Hey, B makes good shit, man. He knows what he's doing. We don't tell him that, though.
Put your
fingers in your ears.
That's for sure.
We all have that. Like, man, don't do this.
Right.
Well, there's another guy. I got a little bit of his stuff. He don't do too bad either. So I'd probably throw some questions at him as well.
That must be old Bennett.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have him on here as soon as his episode airs. We're going to have him on. And,
we got spots waiting for him.
Bust his balls if he comes. He better not come in last.
He must be flying or something.
Yeah, I think I saw they was flying. Was it going from one part of New Orleans to another or something?
I don't know if they were coming home or what they were doing.
They're all over the place.
I didn't see him commenting, so
I can't keep up with it. How you doing, Justin? Thank you, sir.
Hey, Justin, what's happening, man?
Hey, congratulations, Tyler. Man, ain't nothing like starting out at home and then getting you a gig up in a real distillery, and you're working with the Beard of Knowledge. Awesome. Old Tyler works with Alan Bishop.
Alan's coming to be on here soon, so that's awesome.
That is awesome.
Y'all prepare for a 3-hour episode. Get your notepads and your pens.
Right.
When I was messaging back and forth with Alan about coming on, he said, well, what do you want to talk about? I said, anything you want to talk about. I know he's got a new book. He's got a new book out. So I mentioned if you want to talk about his new book, and I just said, pick a topic and I'm going to let you talk, Alan. So it'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, we definitely always enjoy listening to him talk. And, man, you could just for hours and not say a word.
Yeah.
And you're fine with it,
I found myself digging into some of his stuff on YouTube, and I agree. You get in that you're almost in like a trance listening to him, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's not like some people where you're like, Jesus Christ, come on.
No, not at all.
Get to the point.
Yeah.
Matthew knew Sean was going to be late.
Yeah, he's always pretty quick with delivering, You ain't sitting there waiting forever.
So Sean's training for the boxing match against old Matt Brown at Farm to Bottle. That's why he's late. I think he had a grinder date he didn't want to tell us about, but he's single. He can do what he wants.
Man, after all that shit everybody's talking about him, he knows he better show up.
He better show up. I kind of hope he loses, just so I can bust his balls till the end of time.
You gonna bet against him?
I ain't gonna bet against him. I'm just saying, I'm gonna be happy either way. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I'm enjoying myself the rest of the weekend either way. It's strictly boxing, Tyler. Old Matt Brown didn't want the MMA. I don't think he'd. Sean really put it on him on the MMA style. So, and I'm talking shit. And that way, Matt Brown's like, "Oh fuck it, let's do MMA."
Yeah,
like, let's get it. Let's get
I think
it.
they're using 16-ounce gloves. So
Yeah, nice. We're gonna. Don't worry, I'm gonna wrap Sean's hands. We're gonna wrap him in fiberglass, rolls of quarters. No, you're right. They should box it for it. They should just, dude. Why not just go BKFC and bare knuckle it, man? You know. So, well, you missed Jason because Jason missed Farm to Bottle because he was there. Uncle Joey was there for like 30 minutes, and then he was there, but he wasn't there.
Me and this guy down here ran inside real quick, and that was about the end of my night. And I don't think Bean lasted much longer than I did.
Well, Bean goes in waves. He'll go hard, sleep in a chair for a little bit, wake up, go hard again, chair. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bean knows how to get done. You're just see Uncle Joey. He's a sprinter. He's like, all right, I'm done. Sleep time.
I did this year. I'm not gonna sprint this year. I'm gonna pace myself.
And
well, the trip inside, the last trip inside with Uncle Joey, I was done after that.
Man,
that's when the blackout happened.
They thought I was kidding. I said, man, me and Bean went hard in there, man.
Dude, you couldn't go anywhere without going hard. Like, let's be for real. Hey, thank you, CBD Ron, man. Old CBD Ron's been I don't want to say a fan. CBD Ron's been following me and Philbilly since we started a long time ago. So he's definitely
awesome.
A day one fella of mine. You know, we've spoken on the phone, text a lot. I like to consider old CBD Ron a good friend. If I need to talk about something, he's got questions. He always messages me. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you're more a fan, CBD Ron. You're more like family now, brother. So, you know, you spend this long dealing with my ass. You got to get something, even if it is like you brother now, man. We all family.
That's good.
Ron's a good feller, man. He started his journey with a little Weber 3-pot and let me build him upgrades and stuff for it, and you know, I hope I bet he's making good liquor, man. So I hope to try it sometime.
You know, I would love to sit down and start a forum with you and Philbilly would be the header, and how you converted people from the Weber to a traditional or a keg or a copper pot.
Well, you know, we really don't push converting people. It's
no,
more
they come to you though.
It's more along the lines of, hey man, get started on what you want.
Yeah.
And then just like anybody else, we outgrow what we got going on, you know, whether it's a Weber, whether it's a 5-gallon, 10-gallon, 20-gallon, you know, some of us grow to 75 gallons, you know, or whatever, you know, like we all know where we all know where we're headed. You know what I'm saying? He's late, Rick. So he's late. Anybody wants to hop in, man?
Bean, you got a badass rig down there, brother.
I appreciate it.
It is a badass rig.
Man, I've seen a couple of videos and I'm just like, was that a distillery? Where was that? Where was that? I was like,
I went a little crazy. I'll admit it.
Hey,
but you know what? You've probably never been unhappy with your decision,
right?
Being in the house. How you doing, still, Valley? Hey, open mic night, man. Anybody want to hop in and shoot the shit?
Hell yeah, Joe's good people, man.
But the only must is when Sean gets here, you have to bust his balls about being late. Like that, if you're gonna come in, that's mandatory. But
it's the only way you can join.
That's right. That's the only way into the club.
Yeah, I had to borrow a 20-gallon from Bennett just so I could keep running small stuff.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I mean, he's got a consignment shop of still, so you know.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah.
You always got to go to Bennett for the small stuff.
Sean's sitting in the background.
He's coming in then. He's watching.
Good. What a sex shit. But I had a feller who's struggling doing clean and run, right? Like he got a 5-gallon still, and he's like, dude, I've done like 4 cleaner runs on this thing. And every time I go to run liquor, it's still coming out blue. And he was getting real frustrated with it. And I'm like, well, how are you doing your clean and run? Do you have water in your worm when you're doing your clean and run? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, well, when you're done, are you rinsing it out? No. And I was like, well, you're condensing all that nasty water into your worm. Like, and I was like, dude, leave your worm dry and blow steam for 45 minutes. Just clean it out. Just blow that steam. And then as soon as you're done, rinse it out. And then right before you run again, rinse it again. And he ain't had a problem since. And so, if you're doing you want a solid clean and run, blow steam. Just blow steam.
That's exactly what you told me to do with that little 3-gallon. You're like, just blow steam, just run it, just blow steam.
Yeah, because you're blowing, because you got to think, when you first get a still, it's going to have flux and just filth inside. So if you're condensing that water, you're condensing flux and nasty water, and it's slowly trickulating through your worm. And so any spots that you don't get it out, it's going to sit in there. It's going to turn green almost instantly.
Yeah.
So, just blow steam and then rinse it.
And that's what people don't realize is once you're putting alcohol through there, that alcohol vapor, that's the best cleaning you're going to have.
Yeah.
So anything you miss is coming out.
Yeah, but if you have green water in there, it's going to mix in with that, and it's going to come out slowly, not as if
Yeah.
I tell you what I do is when I'm done with my worm, I unhook it and I force air through it just to clean the line, all the liquid
the rest
out.
of it out.
Yeah, even if I got to go prom date on it, then, get all that liquid out of there,
mount up.
Oh yeah, I'm sure word's been worse in there.
Let it cool first.
Yeah,
Bean, what you got going now? You got anything working off right now?
No, my shack just got tore down. So
No.
That's right. You're moving to a bigger shack, ain't you?
Yeah. Everything's in storage for now.
Nice.
Yeah, so well, what was it, last year? Well, I want to say almost 1.5 years, 2 years ago, Bennett was like, hey man, I need a little 4-jar rig. And I was like, man, I ain't selling you shit because you sell it.
Right.
I'm not building you nothing because you fucking sell it immediately. And he's like, no, I won't sell it. I won't sell it. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll build it for you for parts, whatever the parts cost. I give my buddies my time for free. And so I built it to him, and I think I mailed it to him. And he loves that thing. And he's like, I'll never get rid of this. And I'm like, sweet. Well, about 1 year later, old Bean's like, hey man, we all met up. It was like March or something. We all met up down in Gatlinburg, and we hung out for the weekend. He's like, hey man, I need you to build me a 6-jar just like his. And I was like, dude, are you serious? I got like 5 days to build this thing, man. Do you not understand? Like, that jar rig took me about 10 to 12 hours to do. And I'm like, fucking, I'm gonna do it for you just for the joke, just to see Bennett's face. And so I built this 6-jar rig, and I'm like, bro, I ain't have time to clean this thing. It is filthy. If you ever solder something, you know how gross it gets if you don't clean it up immediately. And I didn't care. And I'm like, pulled up, and we got there late Friday night, and me and they were just carrying shit inside. And they're like, what the hell is this? And I tell you, man, the coolest part about that trip was after I put that jar rig in there, in this Airbnb, on the kitchen table, on the kitchen counters, over on the floor, you got 40-gallon stills, 20-gallon stills, 6 jar rigs. I think there was a 40-gallon worm or something. Dude, it was insane. And we're just up in this little, it's not want to say little, it was a big old nice Airbnb cabin. Everybody had their own room except Bean. He slept on the couch. So and he only slept on the couch because he gave up the room for me and the old lady. So I appreciate you, Bean.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have made it upstairs anyways. Either night.
I made it up there to play a game of air hockey with you.
I did. I kicked Bean's ass.
I don't know about that.
He was stealing like 4 pucks. Couldn't hit none of them. And I think that was the only game that got played on that whole weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a good time though.
Yeah, it was a really good time. We need to get together again this year. Somewhere not Gatlinburg. I'm tired of Gatlinburg, man. It's always Gatlinburg. Yeah. There's got to be something better. I'm open for
Where you at, Bean? You North Carolina?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about 40 minutes from Bennett.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It takes Bennett's like 8 hours from me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nice.
Well,
cool.
Maybe if he's driving, but when I'm driving.
Yeah, no, we I feel like we've beat that up enough. So we wasn't even going
I just
there.
wanted to get it out there.
No.
No, you don't know. Like we beat up about it all the time in the group chat. Like, there's definitely
That's
a
the best
running
story ever.
a running Bean can't find his way nowhere. Right on time, Rigsby. Would you look at this sack of shit?
There he
I
is.
Glad to
got
see you
nothing.
make it, Sean.
Damn, I'm an odd man out.
Right on time. Yeah, you are.
My shirt, look, I ain't got no shirts with sleeves on them. And it's cold as shit. So it's
No,
doing
it ain't. It's
fine.
50 degrees.
You
It's
know,
50
I-
degrees
It
outside.
ain't
What you talking
cold.
about?
What the
I
wrong
was
with
wondering
you?
why you guys got your names on the sleeve if Easy's just gonna cut them off.
Well, he didn't. I had him not put the names on my sleeves because
Oh, okay.
I was because old Jason Tennessee Texan made him. I was like, hey man, don't even bother putting the names on my sleeves because what's the point? And he was like, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I think we're all getting invited to an Airbnb on Smith Lake. Like,
Oh,
Ooh,
wait a minute. Where's Smith Lake?
Who is that?
Alabama.
but I see a last name Kendall, so I can only assume they're
Oh,
related
yeah.
to somebody here.
Yeah. There is a.
I forget
there's
you're
a-
not. I forget you're not Uncle Joey.
Right. There is a badass Airbnb at Smith Lake that if it's convenient for anybody, we could probably all pile in there one weekend.
How many's all? Because like,
Bro, it sleeps like 27, 28 people.
oh shit,
Wow.
hey man, hey Bean. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like that sounds like a
yeah.
Shiner meetup.
Let me
Yeah.
think. Let me see. 2, 4. I think it sleeps 18. I was a little exaggerated. I think it sleeps 18
You damn
people,
right,
if I'm not
Jason.
mistaken.
Yeah, and that's probably not counting couches and floors.
No, probably not. No.
So, with Bean there, it's 19 because he's just gonna sleep on the couch or wherever it
Yeah.
falls.
I don't normally make it to the bed.
No, like,
Go
like,
Me neither.
I thought he was a pile. Like when I thought he was a
Zero
pile of
gravity
shit
chair.
at from the bottle.
Rigsby's good.
Don't judge me.
Dude,
Sleeps
there's
24.
there you go, 24. I see I wasn't far off.
Man, we're gonna have to put together something. Where is Smith Lake?
What part of Alabama? It's
I'm down in Bama.
yes.
Hey, Sean, Gordon said happy 70th episode for you. You missed 30.
I wonder how many.
prorated.
I wonder how many I actually have missed.
I don't
Oh, my-
know.
Have to go back and look.
You can't count that high. You're out of fingers and toes. And your wang only gets you to 21. Well, 20 and a half anyway.
20 and a half.
What a dick.
Apparently not.
I missed you. Half a dick. I missed you, Sean. Anybody else want to hop in and bust balls, man? We're just shooting the shit.
So why were you late, Sean? What were you doing, buddy?
Subway.
Oh, okay. All right, eating.
Chloe wanted to get some Subway on the way home from the gym.
All right, buddy.
What was you at the gym for?
Huh?
What was you in the gym for?
Jim
Working
who?
on losing a little weight.
You gonna
Actually, I just don't want to. I don't want to bear the assholes of losing to a guy named Matt Brown.
yeah, I feel you.
Ah,
But hey,
Because I will never hear the fucking end of that
you
in
goddamn
my life.
Hey,
I-
earlier
I
I
will not say a word.
you
Yeah, you
damn
will.
liar. Earlier I said I was
Yo,
like,
ma-
hey man, I'm gonna be happy either way.
hey, man. I'm going to go ahead and just say this. There were some boys over there on that other cult podcast, Militia. They was talking some shit, man. They think you're
When?
going to get your ass beat.
Oh yeah, old crumbs in Matt Brown's corner. So
I hope they continue to think that.
Me too.
that's all right. Me and old son are Sean's corner man. So that Sean's corner man's me and old son.
Hey, as long as you hand me a
It's-
jar between the rounds of peach brandy, I don't give a shit.
It, It's the Wish version from Ohio, Tyler. It is definitely not the real version.
No.
But oh, good times, good times.
He's got 20 professional fights though, so you gotta be ready for that.
Yeah.
And he makes good liquor.
So you got any background in hand-to-hand combat, Sean?
Yeah, man, we used to compete. I think I started right out of high school up until like 20. I was 20, 26, 27. So, I mean, about
Wow,
10
man.
years or so.
Nice. Was that like
Mainly-
MMA?
Mainly Muay Thai, kickboxing.
Nice.
So, well, and that's one of the things, too. I asked Matt, I'm like, so what do you want to do? You know, he just box. I'm like, I don't want to fucking just box, man. Come on. He's like, well, I don't want to fucking wrestle. And I don't like getting kicked. I'm like, man, what the fuck?
I want to kick you in the face, bro.
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Nah, I want to see Sean blow his calf up and shin. I want to see his shin just be like just blood red.
I just want to stand in the corner like, sweep the leg, Sean, sweep the leg.
Oh, I'm sure one of us will go down whether it's a knockout or not. I mean,
That or
It's
pass
just
out
what
from
it
being
is.
tired.
yeah, we're not young anymore.
Oh yeah, I feel that. Hey, I respect the fact that y'all are willing to put on a show,
Yep.
go in there and have a good
Absolutely.
time. If y'all want to play some bets, we
Well,
can.
Is it gonna be real boxing or is it
I-
gonna be like the redneck brawl?
No, I mean we're gonna.
It all depends on the skill level in the ring.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
Yep,
I'm saying?
I
Like,
agree.
We
I
won't
agree.
know till we hear the ding.
Yeah.
and the good thing about it, man, there's really no bad blood between you and Matt. You know,
no,
I mean, like there
no.
really ain't. It's just the fun of beating the shit out of each other, and
having a good time.
Yeah.
All the shit talking. It's just all
Yeah.
shit talking.
They're
Yeah,
putting
yeah,
on a show for us.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
If anybody else wants in on this ordeal, he wants some more boxing fights. So
Yep.
if
You got
anybody's
somebody?
watching, do I have somebody?
No, let's see if anybody's got somebody they want to
Oh,
square
yeah.
off against. Then
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Sheldon fighting somebody.
Uh-oh.
dude, who the fuck is that?
Somebody gonna call him out, bro. Somebody's like, meet me at Farm to
Bro.
Bottle or whooping your ass.
So there was a feller about 6 months or a year ago on Facebook that had a burner account, and he was just talking shit to everybody. We will, Jason, as soon as we can find one. No, there
Is
ain't
it
no
Dusty?
headgear.
Is it Dusty?
There ain't gonna be no headgear.
Dude,
No, I don't think so.
Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, Tyler had a great showing on Master Distiller on the beer episode a couple weeks ago, man.
hell yeah, that was awesome.
Hell
You know.
yeah.
Tyler's a good feller. He's near and dear to my heart. I always love people who come up, learn, who have got their beginnings learning, and then they achieve something they really want to, man. So,
Hey, if he wants
Yeah.
to jump on, man, tell him
hey,
to hop
man,
on.
yeah, y'all go ahead and hop in.
Hop
Anybody
on,
wants
man.
to hop on, man, come on.
Didn't you get him on the? You put him on the schedule, didn't you, Uncle Joey?
Man, me and him have been playing tag. We haven't locked anything down yet. We'll have to lock it
Oh,
down.
good. Yeah, I know we're scheduled out till May. So,
Yeah.
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 Since Uncle Joey took over the scheduling,
You actually filling up?
oh, it's
I've been blowing inboxes up, brother.
hey,
Ain't the only thing he's blowing.
hey, how you think he got on? Still talking.
Easy does look relaxed in that big ass chair he's got.
Man. All right, so we might as well get there. B, what are you drinking on over there?
I've just got a little bourbon and Coke Zero.
Crumb, Farm to Bottle, you and John Miller. Bare
Let's
knuckle.
do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, he called him out. Bare knuckle.
Jason will make it happen. So
They're gonna do what, 3-minute rounds or something like that, or three
them old fellas,
three
man.
30-second rounds.
It better be
Yeah,
3
wait a
2-minute
minute.
rounds.
Who?
Yeah, I
Old
think they
Miller
said
and
3
Crumb.
30-second rounds.
I think we're doing 3-minute rounds. Me and Matt. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He said 30
that can be
seconds
adjusted.
out.
Hey, didn't he pitch 5-minute rounds at first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 or 5 minute rounds. I'm like, this
Like,
motherfucker's
bro,
crazy.
there ain't no fucking.
I couldn't have done that shit
God.
15 years ago.
5-minute round.
Well, but I can't walk down the road for 5 minutes straight.
Well, listen, that's the thing. So he done MMA, but it was a mix of fucking, standing up and taking each other down. Well, if he
Yeah.
gets fucking tired, he can't just take me down. So
Yeah.
or vice versa, you know. So it's going to be interesting for some fucking
It's gonna
40
be
year
a
old.
good time. Now we're all wondering who's not going to show up. Like,
I will be there. If not, y'all come to this motherfucking house and drag my ass there. I will be there.
oh, done. No, Sean will be there.
You'll be
I will
there.
be there.
Right, you're right on my way.
Good.
I think old Janet and Silcott should wear a dress and fight it out. That would be fucking awesome.
Orangutan.
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 She-Mel and the orangutan.
Bro,
She-Miller.
orangutan.
I like
She-Miller.
Gordon. He's dropping bombs tonight. What are you drinking on the Masters?
I got some little homemade Charles Daly here. Some tea and lemonade.
What? That's some Arnold Palmer.
Oh no, there's some sugar shine in there.
Even still, that's a all right.
No, it's a Charles Daly. It's got the liquor in.
Charles Daly. What the fuck is that?
Where the fuck are you guys from?
Apparently,
John-
where good liquor comes from.
Hey,
Where you
John
from?
Daly's the goat, man. Like,
I know
Yeah,
the
he is.
golfer.
yeah.
John Daly.
John, yeah. That's what his name is.
He had to be
I
all
thought he
on.
was being
So.
serious with the Charles Daly.
Charles Daly.
I don't get it.
Hell, it's 12 gauge.
Hey, you're all good, Tyler. We appreciate you, brother. Keep shining, man. And fuck yeah, old son. If you can figure it out.
Oh goddamn, he gonna get on shit.
Oh, shit.
Old son.
I did text Matt Brown and told him to get on.
He won't be here.
I can only imagine what he's doing. Getting pegged, maybe, or what? I don't know.
Uncle Joey, what you drinking on, man?
Awkward silence.
Well, I was drinking
Um,
on something special for the special edition, and then I drank that, and I reached over and grabbed a jar from one of our favorite people, old Chris Lewis down at Pabst Hilltop.
Yeah, we love
Up
old
right
Chris.
there.
How you doing, Mary Alice?
I got some knock 'em stiff. I got
Is
some
that that
knock 'em
knock 'em?
stiff going on tonight.
Thanks, Tyler. Have a good night, brother.
that should be the Knock 'em Stiff. Should be the
Yep.
sponsored liquor of the fucking farm to bottle.
Hey, we could probably
right.
talk to Chris about that.
Oh, we need ring girls.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And it ain't going to be Silcott.
Thank
Why
God.
not? My
Bean,
man,
I'm shutting you
Hey.
down on that one right now because I know that's what you want.
So, hey, Sean, did you think that we would make this many episodes when we first started this shit?
No.
No.
I don't know, man. It's cool as shit. I really enjoy it when I'm here. You know.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys first started, were you guys dropping weekly episodes? Was it every now
Yeah.
and then? How was it?
Actually, when we first started, we was like twice a week,
Yeah.
once
Oh,
a week.
I
just-
pray not.
It was pretty regular for a long time. I
Yeah,
remember
we were-
watching y'all. So
And then like it just
8:00 in the morning.
that was one fucking time. Motherfucker.
I got his ass.
He did that. I'm over here like, what you drinking on? Like, I don't even drink coffee, but I thought about one that morning.
Oh, I was cussing you guys. I was at work. I'm like, Mom.
Well, if you didn't work Saturday mornings, I mean, fuck.
I just went and hid.
I don't blame you.
Gotta get paid, man. So, like, we made it, and I really like Uncle Joey was talking about how how it's interview style. I think listening to Distillers Talk,
Yeah.
Sean did an episode on Distillers Talk before we ever started this.
Yep.
And listening to his episode, and then just listen to how Alan and Christy, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
how they conduct theirs. It's just like that's easy listening. It's informative. I do like the fact that people in the comment sections can ask questions and we can ask the person.
Yeah.
That really helps because
Now
we
there's
ask a
know what
lot
I
of
like?
things.
I think they done that one was like filmed and then scheduled to release, so there wasn't.
Yeah, ain't that how they usually do it? They do it and then they release it later. It's not
Yeah.
live.
what I always liked about you guys, when you guys would have guests on, you guys would actually allow the guests to speak.
Hmm.
That's why
Elaborate
they're
on
here,
that, please.
Yeah.
Some podcasts
Next
out
question.
there. No. I'll be honest. Some podcasts out there like to talk and ramble too much and like to hear themselves on the mic when the whole part of having guests on is to hear them talk and hear what they have to say. Who cares what I have to say, or who cares if I make liquor?
Yeah.
I want to hear what you say and what you're doing. I mean, that's just me personally.
I agree. Yeah, whether it's
KFC.
just listening to learn or promoting, I love getting Dan Gray on here, let him run.
Who, Dan?
I like
Yeah.
Dan always hammered.
We could just, but you can just sit back and let him go. He promotes his stuff, and he does such a great job.
Well, hey, somebody tagged Dan because I actually said something to him about this. I said, man, if you have time, jump on and you can drop some farm to bottle information on there if you have it. Yeah, that'd be a good spot for him, man. We got a lot of the good people on here listening and watching, and he could probably answer some stuff about the fight, or give some people some information if they want to join the card.
I'm sure it's all still up in the air. That's what's going on.
Well,
So, we'll have him
Brandon.
on before. We'll have him on before.
Yeah, we'll get him on.
Yeah, y'all know Dan will be on before September, so we'll have him on. We'll shoot the shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anybody wants to hop on that link.
Damn,
Yeah,
look at that. I just got on 5 minutes ago and only got 20 minutes left.
This is
Played it perfect.
we're all gonna leave, but you got to put in the extra 30.
Yeah.
Bean, where's your counterpart at?
I'm sorry.
Who, mine?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he's flying right now.
Oh,
I
that's
think they're
he
coming
is.
back from New Orleans.
He would be in the comment section, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
The link in the comment section, old son, just copy and paste it. I mean, I got you. He's special.
I mean, especially with Rigsby being late, we haven't heard nothing from Bennett. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he's enjoying a weekend down in New Orleans, having a good time
Yeah,
Nice.
I forgot about that.
with, I guess, his soon-to-be ex-wife.
yeah.
You got to enjoy him while you got him, Take him out one good time and then divorce him.
No, yeah. Wait a minute. Is that his first wife?
Probably, yeah, I think it's his first.
So
Yeah,
that's
they
that's his
they're
starter
rascals.
marriage.
That'd be his last. He tries to leave Peach.
Yeah.
Hey, all I'm saying is, Peach, I get the jar rig back. That's it. I get the jar rig back. Nah, I love old Ben.
Hell yeah, we're driving down for that garage sale.
That's right. Bean's 45 minutes away. He'll have a building full of shit before we even get down the road. We won't even get to Cincinnati, and he'd be like, "Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone." I don't blame him though.
Oh, he's probably already got it anyways.
I'm sure he's had most of the shit that's there at one point in time. Like these dudes swap stills like it's going out of style.
So, did you have the podcast first, Sean, and Easy joined you, or did Easy have the cast? And you
I seen a comment earlier from a fella by the name of Rick Gibson, and I believe he asked where Pussy Fart was or some stupid shit like that. Well, anyway.
How do we all know?
Anyway, I originally presented the podcast to Rick. Yeah, we'll do it. I'm like, okay, well, and I got on and started doing some research, and I'm like, well, I'm getting StreamYard, so you ready to do it? Well, yeah, we'll do it. And you think my timing is bad? This motherfucker show up a year late. Well, anyway, I said, look, man, are you wanting to do this or not? And he's like, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, if not, then I'm going to have, there he is, Rick Gibson. I'm going to have Easy.
He's still in here. Get his ass on here.
He won't. He's too fucking old. It'd take him 4 years to figure out how to work it. But
we like hearing him talk, though. Rick, get on here.
He probably ain't on here no more. But yeah, anyway, so it went from Rick to my second, my what do you call him? Second string. But yeah, and I think our first podcast guest was Alan Bishop, I believe. I could be wrong.
Hey, looking back over some of your guys as the library, man, you guys have had some damn good guests on, man. You really have.
We've had some shitty ones too.
Yeah.
That was mainly when it was just me and Sean.
Man,
So
you
I
know
was
one
a
that
shitty
It was
guy.
like
sticks
when I
out.
was on there.
You know one that sticks out that I think is funny as fuck. Hey, the Killer Bees episode, man.
Yeah, like bees.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Old son on the podcast,
Oh,
baby.
shit.
Son.
There goes the neighborhood.
My man.
Oh shit, I'm in here. Fuck. 100 episodes and I'm finally in this bitch.
Finally. That's because usually old son's got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work.
How did Sean beat me in this motherfucker?
I was late, man.
You're right on time, old son. Right on time.
Fuck yeah. But shit, first time on the podcast, I guess I'll just go ahead and start it. Fuck John Miller, fuck Brian Silcott.
Let's get it.
I hope Sean whoops Matt Brown's ass. Anything else I'm missing?
Yeah, it'll come up. It'll come up. So, hey, I tell you what, man. All this might not even be possible today if it wasn't for him.
Oh, son.
If it wasn't for him,
Yeah.
this might not all be here. You know what I'm saying? So, I've told the story before, but fuck it, we'll tell it again.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
met on Grindr, and he's
yeah.
like, "Yo, looking for hot twinks in your area." I was
Hey,
like,
he sent me a
"Okay."
pic.
Hey,
catfish me.
it had to be your Porta John phone number is what it was.
Hey,
Bro,
He
I'm a
catfished me.
John Picasso, bro.
I made the drive
Trust
anyway.
me.
Oh yeah, so
My
old son,
Porta John art knows no boundaries.
none. Hey, so that's why I named him Picasso.
Yeah. World,
Picasso.
dude.
Picasso.
There ain't no shit. I get messages all the time from people all over, like, because we get travelers a lot on these jobs. And I'll get, like, Facebook messages sometimes from dudes in, like, Colorado, and it's like, hey, ain't you that dude that was on that Amazon job that drew all that shit in the Porta John?
Your Porta Johns out here in Colorado. There's a bunch of dicks. It was always just dicks. Like he just sent us pictures of dicks. Or if there's a boss there somebody doesn't like, then that dude's just getting railed by other dicks and
Or drinking like a office bottle water jug of cum.
so I named him Picasso. But okay, so anyways,
All right, there's a new shit show in town.
Oh, God.
back in the beginning when me and Phil Billy was
I
making
always
videos.
miss the shit shows, and I hate that.
Hey, you're here for this one, so
Okay, fuck it.
back in the me and Phil Billy, we was doing like food reviews, and we did some Jungle Jim's food reviews. And Mac watched the video, and he's like, "Fucking Jungle Jim's, that ain't far from us."
I was like, damn, two fat dudes going to Jungle Gym? Oh, shit. I was like, I was just at Jungle Gym.
It's like he was sharing our Brewshine video with Sean. Like, look at these two dumb motherfuckers making beer and liquor.
I was like, bro, Sean, check this shit out. I thought the Brewshine video was like probably the funniest shit I'd seen on YouTube.
The commentary was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And,
Hey, Mark, what's happening, buddy?
And so he sends us a message. He's like, "Hey, man, are y'all from Ohio?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. You know, I live in Inglewood." And he's like, "Dude, that ain't but 10 fucking minutes away from me."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No fucking shit." And so I looked at Phil and I was like, "Bro, this dude wants to watch me bang his old lady." And like, that's my thing.
I'm pretty sure that's the message I sent him, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Hey,
It's like, hey,
you're from Ohio. You want to come bang my lady? Not really, babe. Not really. Hold on.
you know,
Just look at me like,
it's the running joke. But anyways, so you know, we start shooting the shit, and he's like,
Sounds familiar.
and we start shooting shit, and And I go to his house, we run a little bit of liquor on a little milk can on the stove and shit, you know, and it was just like, it was cool to finally meet somebody in my area who was a fellow Shiner that wasn't just Phil, because it was just me and Phil forever. And then he's all like, yeah, you know, I got a buddy, his name's Sean. I'm like, he sounds like a piece of shit, but I'd like to meet him. And
I was like, if you do meet him, he's gonna be late.
respectable. And you know what I'm saying? So me and Sean start talking, and he starts telling me about Master Distiller and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? We was all three of, and then old son took me out to Sean's house one day, and we all met, and we got in a group chat, man, and it was just like fucking instant family. It was like
Downhill from there.
Oh yeah, of course. Wouldn't have it any other way. But you know, it was just like instant family, and you know, and it was just it was cool as hell. And then like, you know, if I need something, I call Max, Sean, and it'd be on it, you know. And same way with them, they need something, they know who to call. So it was really cool how it all came into fruition just because, you know, Max stalked me down on fucking TikTok.
Tell him what I told your mom. How we
Oh
met.
yeah, so it comes to my first birthday party, and he meets my mom, and my mom's like, "Well, how'd you guys meet?" And Max like, "Oh, we met on Grindr." And my mom
She's
comes
like,
up,
oh, what's that? Like a cooking app?
and she was like, you know, and then she comes up, and she was like, "Yeah, your buddy said you guys met on Grindr. What is that?" And I was like, "It's a gay dating app, Mom." She's like, "Oh, he was fucking with me."
Bean,
I love you anyways.
That's right. Anyways,
Bean, are you fortunate enough to have many Shiners near you, around you? I mean, or are
We
you like
traded
on an
the
Do
island?
you know
out
where he
there?
lives?
Who the fuck is Bean?
Oh boy, Bean.
Me.
Oh shit, I see him. What the damn pictures are like
That's
a
right.
half-inch tall.
That's
So
what she
you
said.
got you and Bennett. Is that about all you got, man? I mean,
Oh, around me?
yeah.
There he is. Okay.
I mean, there's a few other people around here, but I mean, Bennett's the main person that I, you know.
Isn't that kind of wild
Yeah.
though? How up here we've got such. I mean, none of us live that far from each other. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And there's a lot more of us. You know what I mean? We got.
I've only got one real one around me, and he ain't in here yet.
Well,
And,
I mean, we got one of the best ones right not too far from me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, it's wild how, you know, it all started with that led to, you know, that led to this. You know, just all started from somebody taking a chance of being like, "Hey, bro, I want to watch you bang my old lady," and I'm like, "I'm not really into that, but I love you still. Let's make some liquor." It's you know, it's wild to look back. You know, hell, it's been 2.5 years since we started this.
I vote Bean and Bennett move up here to Ohio.
Well, what's crazy is you could say 2.5 years, and it's about now when we met you guys. So that's been almost 2 years. So you guys had just got up and going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were. Because we started in like a June or July, so we were about 8 or 9 months in,
Yeah,
and
yeah. We just met you guys right a handful of months before Farm to Bottle.
I'm back.
but hold on, I didn't see you, Wes. Y'all gotta tell me.
Oh, you?
I
I
didn't-
didn't, motherfucker.
I didn't
Hey,
see you
what's up,
backstage.
man?
Sandman sitting there waiting.
I ain't never had this many guests before, so I didn't know I had to scroll down and find you.
Damn, I didn't know I was just allowed to come hang out.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, brother.
it's our shit show. It's not quite the shit show that
Well,
you're used to being on.
It's Monday. It ain't Friday. It's a different kind of shit show.
We're trying. We're trying to get there.
Well, it's Monday, so Wes don't play like that on Mondays. Sometimes I do, but it's always a bad idea.
The last time old
Go
Well-
down.
turned up during the week, he didn't. The wife wasn't too happy.
Well, I can't play too long tonight. I got to be in Kentucky at about 7:30 in the morning. So
Hey, bro, I jumped on the shit show about 2 hours in sometimes. My man Sandman down there be getting lit, bro.
Look, I'm getting lit.
that's what I do, man. Shut up. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
I was
does.
gonna say it's a school night, but I'm still.
Hey, you know,
I just got to be mild tonight.
you gotta be
Hey,
mild
hey,
tonight.
I'm with you too. I got to be up at 4:45, brother. So I'm with you.
Hey, and that's one of the reasons why we do this on Monday night is because we all know, like, hey, man, About an hour. We better call it.
Right.
Not saying that sometimes Sean don't like to try to find the bottom of that jar because
Hey, if Uncle Joey's off on Tuesday, look out.
I just
unmute
got a
yourself, John.
Do you ever work a Tuesday, Uncle Joey?
I got work tomorrow.
I got a crazy job that I only work about half the time, so it just depends on the day. Some days you're lucky.
I work a whopping 14 days a month, and if I work overtime, it's like 16 days a month.
Lucky
Damn, no, I
mother.
I'm not that lucky now. I
What do you
work
work
every day.
12-hour
but
shifts?
How's that, Uncle Joey?
12-hour shifts, yeah.
That's awful though.
And don't let him fucking preach that 12-hour shit, man, because half of that shift, he's like,
You
I
don't
ain't
do
doing
shit.
shit.
I ain't do shit.
I ain't doing shit. I'm just sitting.
Yeah.
I ain't doing shit.
Man, I tell you what,
That's how we are.
I worked in a department where I worked my ass off for 12 hours. I just transferred to this department where I don't really do a lot, and man, I'm like dumb as fuck. Like, what was I? Why have I waited so long, man? Like, I could have been doing this shit a lot longer ago.
Are you guys hiring?
Yeah, no, we just laid off, bro. We just laid off fucking like 87 people.
Still Valley, what's up, Joe?
So,
Hey,
guys,
Joe.
What's up, Joe?
I ain't seen you since October.
yeah,
Yeah.
He's elusive these days.
He pawned all that green and white corn off on you, so he's been avoiding you.
Hey, actually, I will say the green corn's made some of the better all grains I've done. The white,
Good.
that's you keep that shit.
Yeah, I
It won't
like that
even
Oaxaca. I like that Oaxacan green. That
The
white corn.
Oaxacan?
Yeah.
I haven't tried that yet.
This is my first time, and I did an all grain to start, and it was bomb. I also added a fair amount of oats for the first time, so that might be. I think I just like
That may have
oats.
been what it
honestly.
is.
I did it right before winter, so I can't try nothing else till it's warm enough to really ferment.
Yeah, for a minute now.
Look at
sucks.
the master over there hitting the bottle.
Hitting that bottle of Master.
Hell yeah, he was.
What you got in the jar over there, Steel Valley? Water.
I'm drinking water right now, but I got this I was messing with a little bit ago.
Nice.
That all
Oh,
that
look
barrel,
at that. That's clear as shit.
he emptied
Yeah,
a
it is.
barrel, big barrel.
That's a good looking jar of
Damn.
liquor right
That
there.
looks
That's
real
a good looking jar of
Yeah.
liquor. Yes, it is.
You got one of those with my name on it? Look at that.
Yeah.
Come ready.
Joe never disappoints.
Coming through.
That's just not what's in the box.
You know, I just came across some of your liquor back in my liquor cabinet and drank it the other night.
I still got fucking his sticker up in my Jeep. He tagged me on my thing. It's still there. Uncle Moonshine, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, brother?
Guys, what's up, guys?
Welcome to the podcast.
What's up,
Hey,
Uncle?
man, thanks for having me.
We're all just shooting shit, man.
I saw
Uncle
it.
Moonshine, what's up?
Hey,
I
guys.
lost all my stickers this week. So have to start over.
Oh.
It'll be easy to
I had
recover
them all on the
collection.
shelf in that building. So I tore
Yeah.
it down. The stickers went with it.
I already gave you one.
Oh, you got them all on the inside of your building?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're out,
Okay.
man. You're going to have to come up with a new design to trade. You don't get one for nothing.
Right.
Just show up at the festivals. You'll have pocket full.
Okay, you got me.
I just took a bunch of them on my permit barrel yesterday, about 30 of them.
I
Again.
saw that.
I'm gonna
do a- You guys seen that fake sheet of copper they have at Lowe's?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
aluminum, but it's copper coated or something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy one of those and like wrap it around a piece of plywood or something. I don't know. And fucking
stickers
stick
on
all
it.
my stickers so I can move it because I know I'm not gonna be here for much
Yeah,
longer.
yeah.
Speaking of copper, I want to give a shout out for Sandman here. It was Cherokee.
Appreciate you, man. Easy's got one.
I used it. I
Those are
used
cool
it in
as
that
shit.
on that Bever Air still. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
have you gotten the hydrometer in the mail yet?
Not yet.
Holy fucking shit! It's
I
this
got-
big,
Couple of them ready.
bro.
What are
that-
those?
You-
What
you-
are those going for, Sandman?
$100 shipped, but you got to get the hydrometer because I can't ship
They're
them.
this big, dude. They're fucking. They
And
are
they are-
dainty.
And they're here. I got one right here. They're
I was the only
super
problem.
fragile. I mean, like you can't even breathe on them.
That's how I hold my wang, just like that.
Those are cool as shit, but you know what the problem is? Somebody my age is doing this shit.
Right?
You're doing that anyway.
I'm never going to read that bastard.
That's when you got to get out your magnifying
Take
glass
your
and
phone
use to
out.
read the news.
Yeah,
Zoom
zoom
in on
in.
No, every time you got to read that hydrometer anyway, it's always backwards.
They don't-
Right?
No
Every time.
shit. It's always
This one-
backwards.
This one don't go backwards. It only works one way. It's cool and
Jitterbugs don't have Zoom.
Problem number 2.
Have Shelly come read it for you.
Yeah, she got young eyes.
That's right.
No, I will say they're not even those hydrometers. It'll get you close, but don't be like proofing stuff down with that hydrometer because it ain't.
Yeah,
No.
there's not much to move in them, and so it's hard to read them as they move. And like they
Yeah.
Yeah.
move in 20 proof increments is when they move.
Oh.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it actually, if you turn your speed up too fast and you run a stream, it'll push the hydrometer up because the flow's too hard.
Because
I mean,
It's
they're-
higher than what the hydrometer weighs.
well, there's not a
Yeah.
lot of room, like in a,
Yeah.
in a regular hydrometer.
The length.
Yeah, you're
I mean,
filling
well,
up a big
they're all-
cylinder.
yeah, and they're all half inch. I mean, that thing just
Easy, Sean. Easy.
Sean getting
Oh,
worked up.
Rigsby's getting worked up over there. Somebody give him some jerkins.
Too much hand gestures.
It's been a while, huh? It's been a while, Sean.
We went back to the grinder days on that
We're
one.
all reaching for jars.
Hey, Matt Brown knows a guy. Never mind.
I heard it was this old lady.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
I
He's
mean,
busy.
you know, Easy. I've had him all for a time or two. I mean, the boy needs a burger every once in a while.
yeah. Hey, all I'm saying is, man, if your ex is calling you out like that, bro, there's woof.
Man,
Damn.
Oh shit.
I don't know who's all friends with her, but they all got a little bit of a interesting message dropped on them.
It's a
Hey,
show.
fuck, it's just herpes, bro. Come on.
That's right.
It's a man.
Just dude herpes.
It's just a man.
Dude,
Oh,
herpes.
fuck. And welcome to the #1 podcast. If you want to check out the #2, tune in on Tuesday night or Friday or
Who's on Tuesday night?
I don't know who they got on this week.
Tuesday, Friday.
It don't matter. You're gonna be able to hear them anyways.
Hey, you just got to get louder than the rest of them.
Hey, is that shit show style? You got to be loud. But
Yeah.
all you hear is Santa. Santa just talks over
Well,
everybody.
but
I don't
sometimes
know.
you
I don't
just-
know. They did get John Miller on.
Hey, that was one of
and
my
I,
favorite
I
ones.
got all hell with that. That is.
That was
missed
one of my
it. We
favorite
missed it,
ones,
but
man.
that's
You
like,
orangutan looking
I
motherfucker.
wish I would have been
Oh,
there.
that was funny.
That
That
was.
was funny.
And whoever went the next day and cut all that together, where it was 3 minutes of John Miller saying "fuck you, Tom Crow," you're a
Bruh.
piece of shit, and that was fucking awesome.
Bro, but
Whoever did that, you are
and then
fucking
the
the
dude,
biggest
and then
piece
the
of
dude
shit,
with the
and you
thing
are
that
a
said
brilliant,
"Not Charles
brilliant man.
Manson," I was like, "That's fucking hilarious."
Oh, that's Toby, man. Toby's a regular.
Hey,
I was like, "That's funny as fuck."
Toby parties hard.
Yeah,
Toby goes hard in the paint.
he's drunk after
Hey,
4 beers, but he will rock all
I
night.
mean, he's
I hate
like,
I miss all the good shit.
that's because you're blasted on Friday night before 9 o'clock rolls around.
Well, I gotta work Saturday, so I'm in
Okay.
bed by like 9 o'clock.
I got you. They need to move it to Saturday night so
Yeah,
Olson
yeah.
can catch it more.
I thought you were talking about me. I was like, yeah, I'm blasted, but I'm still on there till 3. I mean, come on, man. Give me
Hey, I
some
will
credit.
say, Old Sandman does hang usually longer than everybody else.
It's me and Santa. Usually it's me and Santa yelling at each other at 4 in the morning.
And then, like, the next day, somebody will be like, dude, did you hear they went at it? And I'm like, man, that's all right. Man, I ain't think nothing about it. That's like when Bean gets hammered and tells you that your old lady, your mom's a whore, Like, that's just normal shit, man. It's just normal.
I enjoyed every minute of it. We talked
Right.
about this on Friday, actually. You had old Beam worried I was mad at him, and I thought it was the
Well, no,
funniest
he
thing
was
ever,
like-
dude.
And
I ate that shit up.
And I think for a minute, the next day when I was talking to Wes about it, he's like, "Did he?"
I probably did. It took me about 5 days to remember what happened at that festival, man. It was
Oh.
ooh.
It was definitely a weekend of drunk.
Well, I mean, if you do it like I do it, you can't sober up because
No.
the whole trip's shit. You get one night, so you just stay drunk. So it
I
takes,
I never
it
laying
takes a
there
little
watching your smoker burn down. I was like, I don't think
Yep.
that's supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, I definitely was sleeping for that. But I will say,
I
was
walked
good
out,
at
I'm
that
like,
until-
damn, should I wake him up or let that fucker burn? I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna take a piss and go back to bed.
Everybody, it was early. I was hurting. I was like, I don't think that's supposed to be doing that.
what time was that? Because I
Bro,
didn't
it
go
was
to bed
ear-
till like
it was-
4.
I don't know. Sean was passed out in a chair. That's all I remember.
I mean, hell, that was
Sean
that was
passed out
at
in
9
the chair at
p.m.
like
tired.
9:30.
Yeah, it was like just getting to be daylight, and I rolled
Got-
over and seen some flames.
Got tired. I
Oh, it was,
tired like that too.
Fucking Jeter, man. Them Jeters were
Jeter.
Jeters.
Peter Pan.
All right, you fermenting anything, Uncle Moonshine?
No, I just finished a run the other day.
I
Hey,
saw you
speaking
just
of,
did a run, yeah.
I get those strawberries tomorrow.
Nice.
I just saw a thing where here in Florida they got a pit coming up in March at a farm for blueberry and blackberry. I was like, God damn, that's expensive. Fuck, they want $6 a pound for blackberry and $5 a pound for blueberry.
So
Yeah.
we get that with. Go ahead.
No,
To
you're
me,
good.
that's expensive, man. I'm like,
That-
when
that
you go
is
get
high.
your own-
Well, I mean, hell, they're $4 or
But-
$5 a pint here.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say we get trucks that come around with peaches, and oh my, there ain't no way.
Oh,
I
you
can't
get
even remember what the cost is. It's
three,
crazy.
$3
You
or
guys
$4
got
a pound.
Yeah.
Also got
hell,
that
last time I
grocery
got
store.
some, they were damn baseballs. They were just hard as fucking rocks.
And they had on the news earlier, there was
Me
a
too.
place in California selling $19 for one strawberry. It's like in like a little glass tube, but it's one strawberry for $19. It comes from Kyoto, Japan.
Like I will say, where we are in Ohio, man, we've got
Yeah.
huge supply lines. Whether it's fruit, grains, like we are right in
Well-
the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Apples and grains are. I mean,
That's what
if
I'm
I
saying.
run anything else, it's because there was a sale at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell,
That's what I was
good-
going to say. You have that grocery store up there.
We do a lot of blackberry, so
it's just
Yeah.
where I get it's the damn Myers, man. I catch crazy sales. I watch
Yeah.
it every week.
Go to Myers through the week. That's when the sales are.
That's how I did the
Hey, looky
blackberry.
there.
Hey, did you have a nice flight, Bennett?
He tagged
It
Matt
got
Brown.
delayed.
There he is.
So you're down. Do you say you're down in Florida, Uncle Moonshine?
Yeah.
Did the cold snap reach down there to y'all?
oh yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
got the-
Florida
I
got
the
cold as
heater going
fuck.
now. It's 60
But
degrees. I got the heater going.
But you're not. It's 60 degrees. You got the heater going. I cut mine off an hour ago, and it's
Yeah.
I don't know
No
warm
shit.
enough.
My bedroom's set on 60 degrees when I sleep.
I took my coat off a little while
It
ago.
could be snowing outside, and I keep the fan in the window.
Yeah, we go over to Old Sons to
sure.
watch
I was
fights or
about to
something.
say, we hit 60 and the wife opens the windows.
Yeah.
Where are you at, old son?
Still in
Sorry.
Ohio.
Right up the road from you guys, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well-
say it's sounding like you're pretty close.
yeah, he's like 10 minutes north of me.
All right, I'm 10 minutes south or southish.
Yeah.
I'm in West Milton.
The top 5 in the panel all have the same shirt.
I'm around Moraine.
No, I got a different shirt on.
Around the Dayton
Well,
Mall.
okay, you got the same logo. All right.
Well, I
Okay,
figured
we
I
ain't-
was
No,
coming
totally
on
different logos.
their shows, so I'd wear the shirt.
We're down
Hey.
in the football down here.
As much as I've hung out with Easy, I have not been lucky enough to get a Still Talking shirt.
We should have got
What
one
a
at the
piece
party.
of shit.
Yeah, I
Man,
know.
you're like some other
What a
people
piece of
we know.
shit.
Dude,
Right. I mean,
Dude, you
I
gotta
wasn't gonna
swallow.
say that, but
I
I
accept
got
it.
you.
I accept it. All you gotta do is say something when you come over.
I've got
I
a
know.
Hillbilly Moonshine shirt.
They're only
that
like-
says,
they're
"Fuck
only
your
like
mama"
25
across the back.
That was
Me
old
too.
school.
$25
You got the
more than
classic.
that with.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
but me and Easy went to this fucking party like one day. A dude from work invited me to.
Thanks.
We show
Santa.
up and it's like a fucking outlaw
fucking
fucking
bikers.
meeting up. And I got
Yeah.
on that fucking fuck your mama shirt and I was like, this ain't the right place for me to be walking around with that on.
We had our families with us.
I was
'cause
like, holy
like,
shit.
we had our families with us.
Yeah.
We thought it was like a little cookout.
One
and
of my
dude
homeboys
invited-
from work invited me because his band was playing there.
We pull up there, dude, and it was motherfucking just a biker meetup.
Biker gang, cuz. And I was like, I don't think I need to be walking around with this shirt on. One of these motherfuckers be like, fuck my mama, huh, fat boy?
And, uh,
Yeah.
What you
And I-
would have got was a bunch of new friends. They'd have been like,
Probably.
dude.
Yeah.
And I'm sure me and old son walking up in there, we wouldn't have had any problems. But
Nah.
we're just like, we're new, we don't know. So I'm like, hey man, just go give this liquor to your buddy. And let's
Get your ass in
go
here.
here.
Yeah.
Bennett's on vacation with the wife. All right, he gets a pass.
Oh shit.
He did
He
tag
always
Matt
gets a
Brown
tag.
to the convo.
He did. That was epic.
We tried to get Rigsby and Matt Brown on the pot or on the shit show last week, and they wouldn't come on.
You wouldn't have been able to hear nothing to say. So
No,
Well,
I think everybody else would have shut up and just let him.
I
I
don't know.
actually, I did reach out to Matt
John
and see if
Miller
he'd come
was
on.
last week, so I mean everybody was kind of just tuned into that.
I was gonna duck out. I was gonna let you guys have it. I just wanted to watch. That's good shit.
God, I
Should
hate
be.
I missed that. I would have had so many good questions for John Miller.
That wasn't even fun. That whole thing was stupid. Now there were some funny ass comments. Dude,
Something about an orangutan. That's all I remember.
Man.
I will
he's so fucking dumb. He doesn't listen to reason. Like you can't even talk to
Right?
him.
Now wait a minute. I got to give him just a touch of credit because every time he festers up, he does throw a comment out that sticks forever.
Yes, like when he told Shuey he had small hands.
All hands.
Those
The
small hands,
orangutan.
yeah, orangutan.
You got to give him a little credit.
I don't
He
even think
said, "You
he said
orangutan looking
fool.
motherfucker." I was like,
It's-
"Damn."
So if y'all missed
Fuck
it, it's
you,
now
Tom Cruise.
Oh,
it's
my
now
God.
on a
Oh, my
regular.
God.
He said,
Tom, we
now on
love
a
you,
regular
buddy.
Tom.
We love
Love
Tom
you,
Crumb.
Man,
Sounds
Tom
like-
is awesome. Tom
Sounds
is
like we need to
absolutely awesome.
remix the fucking intro to Still Talking with like nothing but John Miller clips.
Fuck you, Tom Cruise. Orangutan looking motherfucker. That's my hair. My hair just dressed up like a woman.
What was we talking about the other day? Is he getting some kind of mask of Miller?
Oh yeah,
Fuck, who knows?
right. He just
Fucking
jumped on
knows.
Tom, man.
Oh, that would be so good.
You're right. Don't bend over for that Janet. She'll get you. So. Hey, Joe, how do you ferment up there? Because you're up north in northern Ohio, right? You're up by the lake.
He's in a heated room.
Well, I know that, but even still, like, you just temperature controlled room.
Where
Yeah,
are you at, Joe?
Okay. Okay, a little space heater.
That keeps this room about
Take it
70,
up on the
72.
middle.
Yeah.
What kind of
Yeah,
yeast
yeah.
you using?
Do what?
Badge.
What kind of yeast you using?
I got
Kill it, man.
I got a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Got different yeast. Got some
You use a lot of different yeast strains for different
Okay, nice.
different shit.
He's
What
got
is
some
it smell for you right now?
exclusive yeast actually. Show him some
Holy
of that.
shit. This fucker's got yeast shakers, don't he?
Yeah, he does.
Oh my
Hey, Joe,
god.
how far are you? How
I
far are
bound
you
to
from
thee.
like?
Hey,
Oh,
Joe, don't
yeah.
fuck around, man.
Hey, I
How
will
far are
say
you from Fred up at Great Lakes?
Are you closer to Cleveland or Toledo? Like, what part of the north?
if you take Pittsburgh and Cleveland right in the middle along the Ohio PA border. That's right.
Okay, so yeah, he's definitely not far from old Fred.
Yeah.
We'll have
Man,
to,
we need to go up there and see Fred sometime, man. We could pop over and check out Joe.
shit,
Yeah,
Joe-
yeah.
well he's one of the only hobby distillers I know running an agitator and running on the grain in a 40-gallon pot. It's pretty fucking wild, dude.
So I'll see how many still they had to keep in the divorce.
Damn.
Hey, Bennett, as long as I get the jar rig back, man, everybody else can fight over the other shit. I just want the jar rig back. That's it.
I'll take the 50 back. That way I can rebuild my old setup.
Nice. Now also our boy Tennessee Texan. After seeing Bean's 6-jar rig for a year, he's been on me like, I need an 8-jar rig just like it. I need an 8-jar rig just like it. And I'm like,
Damn it easy. I want a 12-jar.
I don't want to build an 8-jar rig just like it, man. It is so much shit.
It's a God. I just built a 2, and I envy the setup you guys have for doing jar rigs. That shit sucked.
Like I built Bean's 6-jar rig, put the stand. Like, dude, it was wild.
It's.
Right.
I mean, it added a lot of length onto that setup. I mean,
Yeah,
I was out of room. I had to turn the worm sideways, just to get it.
Well,
to fit.
I think that jar rig ended up being like 3 feet long by itself. I thought it was done. They just gained.
I tried to do this one as small as I could. It's only on a Vever, and it's long as hell. Now I could have made it longer. Now that I know, what I should have built. But dude, it's hard to build a little jar rig. They do. They're fucking huge.
And then especially if you start adding bypasses, then they're double the size.
And this was a bypass. And
I
mean, I think if you do them in a pattern, you could cut it down, but.
That's how I did. I did. That's
You've seen mine, hadn't you?
Cubes.
Pattern. Fuck that shit. Start cutting solder. Just wing
I saw it in the video. You're live.
Yeah, so it just runs like a snake all the way through. So they're running.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you would have made it 6 jars long, my God. Like I said, mine's 2 and it's huge with a bypass.
I did that on my 4. I tried to.
Yeah, we've seen that jar rig.
It didn't work.
Why don't you go get us that jar rig so we can take a look at it there, man?
I've never seen it. Shed, and it's muddier than fuck getting out there right now.
You're muted again, Sean. Sean keeps muting himself.
Better than that, won't you go get that paste cap you ain't used yet?
So Matt's had a paste
in the
for
garage.
like 2 years. And he ain't used it one time because he's afraid to put paste on it.
I ain't using the paste still. I'm sorry. I mean, that was actually when I learned to solder copper to stainless. When you guys put them damn stainless ferrules in mine. I ain't running paste. Fuck that.
It's the joke. It's the joke. So.
Oh yeah.
Paste ain't all that bad.
He's afraid of it. It ain't that hard. And
I ain't afraid of it. It's dirty and it's more work and I'm lazy. Nah, dude, I just throw a ferrule.
It'd break Sean's heart if I run that thing.
Hey, I'll be for real. I'd rather run 4 runs through my 5-gallon still with tri-clamps than 1 run through that paste still in the 20.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Fuck that, dude.
I use the superstar wrap on my old one.
It's the cleanup, it's like me, I gotta get all that off there when I'm done. I can't leave it on there in chunks. So I gotta get it. And that shit turns to concrete. If you've never used paste.
Not only that, but dude, my still can get dirty and patinaed, but I can't have some nasty ass paste running down it. So I'd be over there the wire wheel. Like, no. I can't have that, man.
It'll all break off.
I will say it is something that everybody should do a few times, just to say you've done it.
I've done it when it leaks.
It's programmed. And that's what I've done.
I've used paste before, but only in a pinch.
Pictures never happen, Matt. Pictures are never happen.
It never happened.
You'll never see pictures, fucker.
That's because they didn't have cameras back in 1906 when you was doing it. You're right. Silicone tape. Silicone tape does work great around a leaky joint.
Silicone tape.
Yep,
so
silk.
So I got that little. Shit. I got the little tiny still from Ace, or actually it's from
Kevin
Thunder Red. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I was looking at for that. I'm not going to paste that little thing. I think I can use that tape and run it with I want to run it with a T candle.
I'm going to
cool.
I'm going to run it.
Little T candle. little
have one?
sterno.
Yeah,
I
I
got
bought a
one for
camp
big
stove
cup.
this weekend, like one of them little backpack camp stoves.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude.
I'm gonna run it on that.
I
Get one
think
of
I
those
think
sternos.
honestly, so I had in mind either sterno or just a tea candle, and I actually want to have both because I think sterno is going to get it hot as fuck,
It will.
and I could throw a tea candle under it to slow it down. Because if I get a good shot out of it, dude, that'd be badass.
I got a propane one because propane's life.
Right, my man.
I mean, I agree with you.
Propane
100%.
is life.
Hey, wait, hey,
I can buy a can of sterno for
You got to
like
make
$1.
shirts for that.
propane's where it's at, man. West runs off
Propane is
gas.
life.
What you
Hank
running?
Hill, baby.
I run propane. I mean, but
What are you running off of? Steel Valley.
I got electric.
You running a dual 220?
Yep.
Yep, that's what I thought.
but he runs electric with grain in the pot. That's
Oh,
what
do
blows
you?
my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that use the Airwan, or use the Airwan and an agitator?
No, I
Or
just got the agitator.
Well, that agitator's going to keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
don't stick to the.
I have element guards on it too.
okay.
Okay.
So I went back and forth with Andrew from North Georgia, and which ones he used, and then the ones I have. The ones I got from Still Dragon,
Uh huh.
and I ran on. It's a pain in the ass to clean the fucking pot after the fact.
Right.
Hang on. So
So
do you have a 4-inch ferrule and then your elements a 2, or how does the guard?
Take the lid off. Hold on.
Because the ones I saw were a 4-inch, and they adapted down to a 2 for the element. But from what I heard, they were burning up because they weren't letting enough liquid in.
So that's a 3-inch tri clamp right there. That's
Okay.
the 2-inch element kit from Still Dragon.
Yeah, so that's what I was talking about.
But see, the other thing is they were running 5,500 watt elements, and he was running like damn balls to the wall.
I never like really did any research. I just,
My grains when I said about 40.
TV on.
Somebody got a TV on in the background.
Go, son.
Might be. Hold on. I don't think it's me. Hold on.
that's all I can hear.
Yeah.
How quickly? How much does it shorten your heat up time by using that agitator in there to spin your mash around while you're heating up?
That 40 gallons, I'm running 4,500 watt elements. That 40 gallons, I'll have up to temp in about 2.5 hours, and I'm only doing 10, 12 amps because I'm real power. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all.
I'm up higher to probably go faster, but I do that shit. I piggyback off a box, off another fucking box.
Yeah. You only got so much power to push. You know, I guess the thing. Like a lot of people when they switch over to electric.
Yeah, when you're pulling 12 amps, though, that's not much.
Now 4,500 watt.
Well, he's running 2 elements at the same time.
Yeah, that's damn good.
And so, yeah, to heat up that fast, that slow, that really
I was
shows
gonna
you.
say I'm still out because I run propane and I want like a hour and a half, 2 hour heat up time from cold as shit in my garage. I'm
Well, you impatient motherfucker.
Well, that's 65 degrees.
Sugar.
What was that?
That's 65 degrees where I'm starting, and it's taking 2 hours.
That's not
Yeah,
bad
dude.
at all.
It took me an hour and 45 minutes to heat up 20 gallons that started at like 34 to 36 degrees last
It was
Friday.
frozen.
But I ran
I'm
it was right there. But I also
that man ran a slushy.
I cannot smoke tea.
hey, so actually I was lazy and I left my
I don't know
back
how your
set
daddy
in the
smokes
still. And I had to light the still just to get it out because it was frozen as fuck.
Been there. I say, old Bean was like, man, my worm water's frozen. These cold snaps got people in the South experiencing shit they never experienced.
I was gonna say,
I don't know how.
I save up 4 shots and heads long enough that in the winter I dump all that in my fucking circulation water. It won't freeze, man.
That's what Easy told me to do, and my shit is just slushy. It ain't frozen, but my barrel out in the garage is a slushy right now.
I must have more fucking heads in mine because it
I
won't.
forgot to send Easy a picture, but when we got that in the teens for like a week or 2 weeks, I had a 60-gallon barrel of rainwater that I caught, and it was frozen solid. The whole barrel was frozen solid.
And
I
see,
think
I've
it just now thawed out all the way.
So
that shit.
the reason I dumped so much heads in my circulation water, I don't care if it freezes. I don't want it freezing inside my chillers. There's
Yeah.
two
Right.
chillers.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're running chillers.
You
Yeah, I
got
don't want to
drizzle
have to
about-
blow.
yeah.
I don't want to have to blow those out every run.
Well,
like
that
I want.
if it
I want
freezes
enough
inside that
alcohol.
chiller, it's gonna break out. It's gonna break the plastic inside there. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
we
So,
know what'll happen. So all
so
right,
I
so you're
put
running
plenty
chillers.
in there to make sure it won't freeze. It won't even slush up.
Anybody
Hell
else
yeah.
running chillers?
No.
You running chillers
I was
Still
gonna
Valley?
say Steel Valley absolutely runs chillers.
I'm redoing my setup, but I run dual fillers.
They're great if you're limited on space. Like you're limited on space. Chillers are they you know if you got
They're
space, then-
expensive.
yeah, if you got space, you're like, oh, I got fucking 300 gallons of water sitting here. I circulate. So it's definitely
I got the ultimate broke man's chiller. That's a water fountain.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
That one I
Still
bought.
cool though.
Hell
That one
yeah.
I bought at an auction for $60. That's badass chiller. But that is a water fountain, boys. And it's got a quarter horsepower chiller. I paid $30 for that son of a bitch.
redneckery.
So hey, when you're
That's what
broke
it's at.
and you need it, you make it happen. God damn
yeah,
it.
man.
That is
Yeah.
redneck as shit, man.
Necessity's the mother of ingenuity, man. We make it happen no matter what.
I've,
so.
Man, I've told everybody about that because I don't even know. It popped up in my head. And actually, Easy, I talked to you and you're like, I think somebody did that. I'm like, I wish they'd have posted about it because it took me 3 years to think about
It's
that.
probably out there somewhere. They just get hard to come by. So
I finally, man, I was looking through Facebook Marketplace for water chiller. And all of a sudden, a water fountain popped up, and I was like, holy shit, you know what?
I mean, it is
They
water.
got
chiller.
a chiller in them.
Yeah.
To make the room hot as shit in here. Short chiller's running. Gets hot as fucking. So I'm working on an evacuation system for the heat.
Can't hear you, brother.
It gets hot as hell with the chillers in here, so I'm working on some way to get all the heat out of here when they're running.
Oh, I can
Yeah.
imagine. I mean, my garage is not insulated in any way, but I'm sure.
I tell you, man, one time we ran 2 jet burners on a 110 gallon still inside a 5x8 shed, and it was in the middle of the winter, and it's fucking snowing. It's snowing. Like, it is cold as shit.
There
You
wasn't
could-
snow on the roof.
There wasn't no
None.
snow within 10 feet of the shed. Like
Yeah.
you had to stand on the outside of the shed in the snow just so you wasn't sweating. Like there was a
These
cleaner
motherfuckers
area.
standing- These motherfuckers standing in there in their underwear.
he's
You
got
know,
his underwear.
it's not-
And I was just
the
like,
hell?
two
That's why they
fucking
met
jet
on
burners.
Grinder.
Dude, hey, sweaty.
This is a weird sweat lodge, but
It is. Hey, it comes with liquor. I'm not complaining. So-
I mean, I didn't say I wouldn't come in. I just said it's weird.
I'll let him out for it.
You had me at jar. I didn't hear anything else except jar. But yeah, dude, it was wild the amount of heat that little building and those 2 jet burners and that big old still run. It was wild as shit, and you really understand the amount of heat that comes off of them. And that propane, and then same setup, similar with electric, and it's just not putting off the same amount of heat that those 2 fucking jet burners did.
But that's still putting off radiant.
Oh
heat.
yeah, yes,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. It's definitely
Yeah.
putting off some heat, but just like the difference of not having 2 big ass burners, just
Now wait a
The whole
minute. I
time.
gotta ask. Was that the legend?
it was a legend. That was the 110, old stainless legend.
I had a little bit of involvement in that.
I know you sent that link to Sean. Said Sean, check this out.
It's like,
And-
is this somebody you know? It's in Springfield.
It ended up being somebody Sean knew. That thing came from old Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Good buddy, Sean.
And he
All
was
I
like,
know is I got a 10-gallon barrel that I need to fill in one run. So if anybody's got 110 gallons still,
we'll make it happen. We'll figure it out.
Where
got
would
the
we
mash, we'll
find
make it
one of
happen.
those?
Hey, once it gets warm, if you got the mash, we can make it happen.
I'll buy an IBC. I mean, I'll make it happen.
Now, there's a set. You said you're gonna have to travel. and you travel out in the woods. I gotta take you to the spot. So, and we don't distill at home. That's stupid shit. When you do a
Not
big
110
scale.
gallons. That's a different animal.
But so the legend at 110 that wound up out in West Virginia, and the feller he put a big old burn tube in the middle of it, cut a hole out. He welded a stainless tube in the middle. He's got a big old burn tube in the middle. It's badass. So
I think that's pretty ideal, really. I mean, as far as a big still, heating a big still.
Yeah, because I mean, you got to think if you've got 100-gallon still and you've got it up on shit. Once you fill that up with mash, you're looking at, half a ton. Let's be for real. You're looking at a half a ton right there. And you see people they build them up on bricks and they put it on their burners. But even still, man, like that's a lot of weight.
You're not
and
moving
just
it.
and just to heat it from the bottom.
Yeah,
that's
just to heat it
crazy.
from the bottom. And
A burn tube, up a little bit's different, but to heat it from the bottom of the still, that's a lot of.
They stick them right in the middle, but one of the things about those burn tubes are, if you preload your mash and you let it sit before you fire it up, you got to sweep that tube off because you'll get sediment that sits on it. Kind of like with your elements, if you were to preload your still.
I run my still. I mean, I wouldn't let anything sit for too long.
Yeah, but I like to load the day before and then come back the next day and run because it cuts a lot of time, especially if you're pumping 100 gallons. Because we all got pond pumps. Throw 4 pond pumps in there to be all right. And so I'm a preload. But yeah, so if you ever do run a burn tube, just make sure that and sometimes they sweep it when they heat it up just to keep stuff from sticking and things like that. Because a lot of times with those burn tubes, they'll do grain in and let it sit, and all that grain will settle to the bottom, and then they run them. And then that's why they sweep that tube off, and all that grain sitting in the bottom, and then it starts to distill. And once you start rolling, kind of like a submarine pot, things don't stick because you got that roll and boil going on. So kind of the same concept. So.
Well, Wes, like you were asking earlier about my pot, whenever I was doing on the grains, I brought it up to 140, and then I put half the grains back in. That was the other.
Oh, you were about to roll before you. Okay.
I brought it closer to 10 because I was worried about scorching too.
Actually, I think you told me that, but yeah.
So get it almost there, and then go ahead and put your grains back in because that way everything's moving heat wise. It's moving already without.
So if you were, in your opinion, if you were running gas compared to electric, would you have done the same, or would you have just ran that agitator the whole time?
Honestly, I'd probably still do the same because I'd still worry about whatever's going to settle. Because I mean, I'm the same thing with Easy. I preload it the night before.
I do too, but I always stir mine up before I start because
and that's
I run hot and fast. I mean, until 4 shots halfway through heads, whatever you want to say. When I'm about halfway through heads, I start dialing it in. The first half is get it as fast as I can eat it up. I mean,
now with that agitator though, if you load the day before, can you just leave it running?
I could if I want to. I mean, what I do is, as I remember, like I said, I'm only bringing it up about 12 amps. I got 2.5 hours to get her up. That agitator, I cranked that all the way up. You can see shit moving with it. Minutes. Because I even actually bent the fins on it a little bit so it would fit through the I think it's a 6-inch board.
Yeah.
So I actually bent them a little bit so they kind of got this little swirly effect going on.
All right, I got a question for you. I can't bring it over here because I don't feel like it. I got this idea because I'm cheap. I think you've seen my
man of my heart right there.
That's right.
I think you've seen my stirring setup. It's a mud mixer from Harbor Freight.
So if I remember, somebody used to use a damn drill with zip ties on it. I mean,
I did.
Me, I had a yard marker with zip ties on the end of it, and I'd put it in a drill. Everybody knows the yard marker stir.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking legendary.
Is there anything better?
No, but my question is I don't know how to explain it. I really should bring it over here. But there's a shaft on it, and then there's the actual bearing, whatever. I don't know where it comes out.
Yeah.
So when I shove a ferrule up on that, it fits tight enough that I could solder it on there. So I was talking to Phil and Ian about it. I think I'm gonna shove it up on there and grind it a little bit, make it fit better, and try to solder that on, and just try to run that Harbor Freight mud mixer.
So with that agitator, there's a seal, and when you buy the agitator, it actually comes with an extra seal. There's a seal and some other kind of gasket set up that seals that between that motor and that shaft, so you don't get no vapors.
All right, see, and that was my concern was if vapor comes up into that bearing and that shaft, it's probably gonna be short lived. I'm still gonna try it.
So
But yeah, there's some kind of seal that they have on it.
yeah, just
Make
keep
your own
that.
gasket.
Now wait a
Yeah.
minute. When you're saying bearing, is it a bearing or a bushing?
I'd have to.
I mean, it
there's
has to
spare
be a
one.
bearing for that shaft to come through the housing. It has to be a bearing.
Yeah,
Or
it's
it
just
could
some
be
kind
a
of-
plastic. No, in Harbor
Yeah.
Freight, it could be a plastic bushing. But
Probably.
Right.
Probably.
Well,
Um,
and that's what I'm asking. You get the right material, on a bushing.
Yeah, as long as it's tight fit, right?
hang on, now I got to show y'all what I'm working with.
So, and Bean, we
Yeah.
got a buddy. We got a
Maybe,
buddy, old Tennessee Tex. He took his agitator and he just put a 2-inch ferrule on his cape and drilled a 3/4 inch hole through the cape,
Mm-hmm.
and then fed the shaft, the top part of the shaft, from his agitator up through the hole, and hooked it up like that. So he didn't have to go with a big 4-inch port or any of that. He just got a little 3/4 inch hole with a 2-inch ferrule around it, and then he drilled a little hole in the bottom of it so that the liquid that accumulated there would run back. So it was wild to see it. When man, that thing fucking
Saying, man, I'm gonna have to come over and see you.
Well, I really don't feel like I was gonna take it all apart, but that's
yeah.
no, I'm just not gonna do it. Mud mixer, simple.
Uh-huh.
So this part of it right here, it's got a flat part, but I think I can grind that down
Mhm.
and get a ferrule to sit tight enough here to solder it in.
Now, yeah. Would you be worried about vapor getting
Yeah,
up to the
vapor's gonna
side
get
there?
inside.
What you
That's
want to
all
do
in here.
Stuff.
I guarantee that's probably imported. That's
Yeah.
probably
I'm
some
sure.
sort of it's probably metric,
Uh-huh.
which would be real easy to get a seal for. You can seal that up real easy.
I mean, if I could
Yeah,
seal it, I think it actually
grind-
will work really
Grind
well.
those ridges off. You can seal that. I guarantee it.
I mean, like I said, I'm not worried about getting a ferrule on it. It's the damage to the motor or bearing, bushing, whatever may be there. Because I mean, all I can see is a snap ring and
Yeah.
a washer. So I mean, I
The
don't.
thing
know
is,
what's
if
going
you
on
can
there.
grind that off and go with the seal in there, that probably wasn't very pricey.
See, but that's getting. I don't even know what kind of seal would I look for. That's why you got to
Probably
come
like
see
one
me.
of those neoprene hard, like those hard white plastic ones.
Bro,
Right, but it's something that has
Bro.
to fit the shaft. Not
that-
only the
that's
shaft,
kind
it
of
has
shit
to
I
fit
saying
deal with
grind
on
the
a
shaft
daily
round.
basis. I can help you with that.
The
Yeah,
shaft
so
is the
that's,
shaft is round. They're both round. Where
Yeah.
we're talking about right now, it's all round. I
So,
mean, I
yeah.
see what you're saying.
I-
You just
Would
need
you,
to press in.
I'll get with you tomorrow or next
But-
few days.
Yeah, I tell you, the
Honestly-
Masters is a feller with shit like that, man.
What I'm saying is, if we can figure this out, I think we just produced a.
Harbor Freight motor on it, mixer.
Yeah,
I mean, we can do an agitator,
Dude,
a home distiller's agitator for probably $120 because
oh, shit.
the
The-
unit on sale is $80.
Dude,
That's what I paid for it. So
what
I
are you
a
looking
little
at? About
bit-
500-600 for that agitator without
It's
the without the power box.
it's $400
Steel?
for the
I
small
did the power
one.
box myself, but something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, about $500-600 by the time you're all done. If you were just to buy it straight out.
Yes.
yeah.
And the speed controls, I mean,
I mean, you
It's
could
the
buy
best-
things. You could buy 3
the
or 4
best
series of
mixer I
stuff.
could find for my app. I don't use it for anything else, but the button locks, so I don't have to fuck with that. No zip ties. And then there's a speed control right here. I don't have to hold the trigger down a little bit. You
Yeah.
just adjust your speed. It's the best drill for it if you can make it adapt to
I,
be an agitator it's
I-
the
yeah,
perfect.
I can do
it's
that.
perfect for it.
I can do that.
Matt does shit like that at work when he's working.
I was gonna say.
But Gordon's got a good idea. If you know somebody with a 3D printer, maybe they could make you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, like, how do you attach that ferrule to that? You know what
Yeah, I
I'm saying?
think-
With the stainless, you could solder it because
I-
that shaft right there is
Yeah,
stainless.
I don't think
I
it's
know
an issue.
people.
The ferrule is easy to me. We can do
Yeah.
that at Phil's in an hour.
You're gonna be able to solder that ferrule to that. I mean, it's probably pot metal on that
Yeah,
drill
or
too.
cast aluminum.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think if you
that's
when
gonna
you
be
slide
small.
that ferrule on that tapered shaft, it's gonna have a big open gap all the way.
What?
Yeah.
So I understand.
Solder to that shit.
Right, I think it would stick enough. So is it gonna be pretty and ideal? No, but I'm trying to half-ass something here, Bean.
Oh yeah.
If it works, we'll
That's all that
find a-
matters. That's
well, if
all
it
that
works,
matters,
we'll talk to their welder and we'll get him to actually TIG it. But
Yeah.
first, I got to know if the motherfucker's gonna work.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
you're gonna want if that.
He froze. Hold on, he'll be back in a second.
He's back.
I can't see him yet.
No, he still froze.
Okay.
But no,
So-
I've been running this idea through my head for a while, and I talked to Easy and Phil. We all thought it could be done, but
Dude, that's
Matt,
shit I
you're
do
the-
daily.
well, you're the first one that brought up the concern of what happens when the vapor gets up inside. I didn't even.
Because let's be for real, it's going to push up into that.
Yeah.
And not
absolutely.
only that, my concern was not ever the vapor hurting the drill. It was the fucking oils or some
Yes,
shit
and
running
that's
down
what
into
I
the
was
pot.
talking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. Like,
Yeah.
So that's why I never really went with it. I didn't know how to seal that.
Well,
But it
if
sounds
you
like
keep the
Get it
vapor
not
all
even a
coming
big
up,
deal.
that there should be a seal up in that to keep that from happening.
yeah, I bet
I mean,
it's.
I'm
So if you
sure
seal
there's-
it the other way,
That-
it's going to be
that-
safe.
For that mud thing, just for being a mud mixture, there'd be some kind of seal for it that would allow
Well, I'm
that.
sure
Absolutely.
there's probably something, but are you telling me it's vapor sealed? Because that's
Yeah.
a whole different thing. And if you
No,
put
we'll-
hot vapors on an oil inside of a bearing, that
We'll have
oil is
to do
going to have a
that.
tendency to run back down into the still. That's my
Yeah.
concern. I don't care about the drill.
Yeah.
Whatever. If I have to get a new drill, I'll get a new
Yeah, but
drill.
he's saying like
Yeah,
people
yeah,
mix
yeah.
concrete and shit all the time. and-
Yeah, but
But they're not worried about oil getting into their
Yeah,
concrete.
we're-
Yeah, that's
worried
right.
about vapor going up in there and refluxing back down because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
going to do.
I don't care about the drill. I'm worried about oil
Or-
and shit coming
Or
through it
even just
into
having
the
having a leak of it, just pushing vapor out of the
Out
back
of
of it. You know
This
what I'm
bourbon
saying?
tastes like
So-
bearing grease.
Right.
The
Some of it
working
tastes like
man
burnt
flicker.
grease, man.
You're right,
I'll
Gordon, and that's why we're trying to figure out how to stop that, how to put that bushing in there to prevent that. And like
Right.
Matt said he can make it. He can make that for you. So
And honestly,
Either went off.
if
to
I
a
knew what I was
ways worse.
doing, I
Yeah.
don't think it would be that hard because
LeMaster is kind of the man, though. I mean,
I mean,
come
this is a,
we
it's
don't
a
say
round,
nice shit about him, man.
I mean,
he's
come
not-
on.
he's not here.
All right, he left. He's all right, dude.
LeMaster is still kind of the man, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you've lived as long as he has, you pick up knowledge of everything. So you're
No,
all
but
good, Joe. We're about done.
it's a round shaft and it's a round housing around it. So if I knew
Should
what
be
I was
pretty
doing, I
simple.
could probably figure it
Y'all
out.
got
But
me doing more than one on a weeknight.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's good for. I told. Hey, what I tell you, Bean? I said call off tomorrow. But Max helped me weld up a barrel tomorrow, so we get started
Yeah.
a little later.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, so yeah, Sandman, get with the Masters. You know he'll help
I'll
you out,
get
get
with
you in the
you.
right direction.
I mean, and honestly, if you can figure it out, man, you sell the parts to make it work, and everybody
Alright.
gets a cheap ass agitator. Like I'm not buying a $400 or $500 agitator.
And the
I've
best part
got
about
one that's never been used. It's just sat on the shelf.
best part about Harbor Freight is it's like, all right, yeah, give me the 2-year replacement.
Yeah.
When you burn it up every 3 months, you get a brand new one. So,
Take it
So
back.
you remember when I said I don't care what happens to the drill, I'll get a new one?
That's
That's really
why.
what I meant.
yeah. Hey, Joe, man, we appreciate you hanging out with us tonight, brother. So
Yes,
this
sir.
was a
Good
good
seeing
time.
you again,
Night,
buddy.
Joe.
See you, brother.
every now and then you got to do something like this where you just sit and shoot the shit. So this is how
Hell yeah.
I
Hey,
wanted it to go.
that being
Bust some
said,
balls.
Easy. That being said, I want to congratulate you on your 100th show. Awesome, buddy.
Thanks, brother.
That's awesome.
You could congratulate Sean, but he ain't here. Sack of shit.
Some bitch is late again.
He
just dropped out, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay, now.
His computer died.
Just left.
He had
I mean,
a date.
I was about to say I finally got to meet Sean. I
You
mean,
did
there's
meet
been
him?
like
It wasn't
He's
long.
seen where Bennett tagged Matt Brown and he dropped
did.
out.
Well, I got kicked out when Topcott came in here.
He's probably messaging AEW right now because of the shit I was talking earlier. But
He's doing damage control with Sturge.
hey, man, I like American whiskey, man. They're good fellas over there. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. Dylan's a little fruity, but that's what I like about him.
I'm starting to come around myself, and
I'm just busting balls.
Good
man.
guys,
we had a
man.
rocky
They are.
start.
Yeah, we
I
like
don't
to
even know
bust
who the
balls.
fuck they are, but hell, I messaged them. They ain't got a 5X shirt, so
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, what the fuck, man?"
Old son messaged him for a 5X America Moonshine shirt. They didn't have one in stock.
Yeah.
So
I was
we
like,
gonna
"What the
get him
hell?"
one.
Bastards.
What the
We're
hell?
gonna get him
The
one.
biggest
So.
Sturge
He
is?
said, "I
Hey,
got
old
3X."
son, I got you.
Oh, that's awesome.
He
man.
said,
So-
"He said, I think that you've probably been set up to message me. I've been getting a lot of these."
Hey, if we like you, we will fuck with you, and that's just the way it is, man. If your family, we're gonna bust your
Absolutely.
balls. And hey, dude, if you come hang around me, what are we going? We gonna bust balls, I'm gonna forget shit, but I'm gonna bust balls. Yeah,
A lot. He's gonna forget a lot of
a
shit.
lot. You're like, what? He's like, that thing over there we was just fucking talking about. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, literally, like minutes apart.
Yeah, it happens. I move on quickly.
That's why we get along so well.
That's right.
It's that short-term memory.
Man, I got early onset dementia, and Matt's just got old people dementia, so we hang out pretty well.
Yeah, I do.
I'm with you, Matt.
I just got stoner dementia.
I got that old son dementia.
And then if it's
Hey,
with the
that's
old
what I
lady,
got. Hey, I
it's
got
selective
that too.
dementia.
Oh Lord.
I got a time traveling device. Did y'all know that?
You're right, that is.
Me too. It'll be tomorrow before you know it.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, old son.
God.
That
I
was
can hear-
cool when I started.
I can hear it this morning. I
I've
can't make it, bro. I can't make it.
Easy
I'm gonna
always,
go.
Oh,
Easy always messaged me and said, "Did you time travel last night?"
He's like, "What day is it? What
Yeah.
day is it?" And I'm like, "It's March."
He's like, "I'm just sending a pizza to your house."
that's my bad part. I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, Santa in the backstage.
Oh, I'm going.
How you doing, Santa?
What's up, Santa?
I'm gonna give it here.
Santa, what's up?
Everybody.
Not
Hey,
Charles
Sam.
Manson.
Hey,
What's up, Santa?
Wrong guy. Wrong
Oh,
guy.
shit.
going on, guys?
Okay.
how
I'm
you doing,
learning. I'm
brother?
learning.
What's up? Just wanted to jump in here and congratulate you guys on your 100th. Good job.
Thanks, brother. Been a
Santa,
long road.
thank you.
Well, hopefully we'll
Means
put
a
out
lot.
another
Getting
100.
here late
No.
tonight.
Yeah, we're a little longer. We knew it'd be a couple hours tonight. We usually try to keep it to 45 minutes to an hour. Because my ass goes to sleep sitting here.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man.
That we all got them old folk bladders, man. Like, oh man, I have to pee soon. Like, having some drinks, man. I can't get. I have to move everything in order to get up, and it's a whole fucking ordeal. So I just
That's because
hold it.
you're laid back in a lazy boy, motherfucker. I mean,
Hey, it's called comfortability. All right.
Tell him.
I can't help it. I'm the smartest one here.
That's right.
I've only seen you sit down like twice in my life. So.
Every Monday night.
This motherfucker does not sit down.
I like
He
to
just-
stand, man. Like I like to stand. It's your power over people. They look up like, God damn, man, sit down.
I look up like, yeah, dude, sit the fuck down. I'm tired.
I'm all right, man.
I can't get my neck from looking up.
Because if I sit down, I pull a bean, and all of a sudden it's everybody's around you taking pictures and shit. So
Yeah,
Hey,
I'll be in a zero gravity chair.
I'm
So-
pretty sure if Bean wrote it out long enough, he'd sleep standing up.
Oh yeah.
He'd
So I-
motherfuck your mom 3 or 4 times, and then he would go to sleep.
Hey,
I used to coach
My-
football, and we'd have like 7 a.m. practices and meetings and shit. And the kids fall asleep, and I tell them stand up. You can't fall asleep unless you stand. If you stand, you can't fall asleep. But if you do fall asleep while you're standing, we all going to enjoy the show because you're going to fall on your face.
Hey,
But-
my son,
What a
my son
bet.
has a picture of me passed out, standing up with my face in a plate of tacos. So that's
Nice.
happened.
You know,
I passed
I'm
out
not
leaning against a garage.
Now-
peeking
now
out
I'm not
wait.
the-
surprised by
Hold
that.
on. Hold on. I'm seeing a pattern now.
the bean
mean,
pattern.
And that's
Are
why
you-
we love you, Bean.
Are
He's
you
one of
just-
us.
Are you just now figuring that out?
I'm old and slow.
You're here though, so all right. We've had everybody on here long enough, man. We appreciate y'all. It's just gonna keep fucking rolling. Santa, I appreciate you stopping in,
Hey,
brother.
no problem, brother. Y'all have a good one.
Good seeing you, Sam.
Congrats again on the 100th, man.
So,
Good
in
job.
case y'all don't know, man, Santa runs a couple podcasts throughout the week. Good quality info,
Good.
man.
Good info right there.
Uncle Moonshine runs a podcast. Good quality info.
Good info
You know
there
what I'm saying?
too.
Like,
Hey,
Y'all
I-
come visit us anytime. Jump in.
I
It
know
is,
I enjoy me being a newbie, man. I like watching both these guys down here. You guys put on a good podcast.
Mhm.
It's
both
a lot
of
of
you.
fun. Y'all
I-
come join us
Enjoy it
sometime.
anytime.
I tell you, as
Yeah.
being one of the I don't want to say originators, but one of the first podcasts to really show everybody in this community, like, bro, you can do this. Just sit and shoot the shit
Yeah.
and talk liquor, man. People like to talk liquor.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
let's be for real. If whether we're live on here or if we was in a private group chat, FaceTime, we're doing the same thing,
Doing the
talking
same.
liquor.
Yeah.
What do you got going on? Why are you doing it like
Yeah.
that? So why not give your knowledge and your thoughts to
Yep.
everybody? That way it's there, like
That
even
being
if,
said,
No, I'm not gonna lie. It is a little bit funner when like John Miller does.
oh
talking.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
the shit show is the shit show. So and like that's the shit. Under no circumstances are we like, hey, tune in Friday night for an awesome informative podcast. No. Tune in Friday night for an awesome fucking shit show because that's
Yeah.
now
Hey,
the
It
level,
is.
the level
Anybody-
of shittiness
Anybody who
depends.
complains about that show is not reading the description.
Anybody,
It is what it
you're
is.
not. You're right.
everybody that's there is there for that reason. So
Yeah, it's
nobody-
not for the woke or weak of heart. That's
That's right.
Just to hang out and get drunk. That's all it is.
Hey,
You know,
hey, you gotta know. You
Very
know what I'm
true.
saying? You gotta
It
know what it
keeps-
is.
It keeps Wes from getting DUIs.
So
'Cause
I will tell you,
either
yeah.
I can
I
sit
was
at
really
home
glad
and
to
talk to
see-
people and get drunk.
That's right. At home. And,
home.
and if you pass out in your chair, old lady gonna be pissed at you. At least you're in your chair,
I've slept on a Friday night chat a time or two.
Yeah, I have. I've
Hell,
done that a few times
Beat-
myself.
Bean made his max amount of money on TikTok Live, passed out drunk. Like I woke up like $500 or some shit like that.
I'm gonna try that out next Friday.
They
Shit.
won't let you
How
do
you
it
doing,
now.
Killer Bees?
Now, after so much time of not looking at the screen, you got to do a puzzle piece. They won't let you do it.
Killer
anymore.
Bees.
Right, they do.
Hey,
Bees.
Killer Bees.
Make
So how
sure
long
you're
does that
awake.
take? Do I need to
baby.
set a timer or some shit?
There ain't
I'm
no-
gonna get
it just
really
pops
drunk and
up.
like keep falling asleep.
Hey, speaking of
just
Killer
pops up.
Bees, man, in my opinion, that was one of your guys' best episodes, man.
I
That was
know
damn
what
good one.
he's on.
Killer Bees.
Absolutely. It,
he's cool.
He-
Hey,
you know,
I just want to say real quick. Usually on my podcast, and I know I'll say this too, we do this little number.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
oh, is that shots?
Hey, and
the
every
bell.
time I either
Cheers,
just took a
boys.
drink or I'm about to.
You gotta do what you gotta do. So
It's got me like a Pavlovian dog.
Hey,
Every time I hear the bell, I just
Santa
drink. I don't
knows.
even
Santa
think about it.
Bean and Sandman know. He was like, ding, shot.
Yeah.
shot.
Dude, but I'm telling you, these guys get me drunk as shit because they wait until I take a shot. Because I don't
Then
need
ring the
anybody to
bell.
tell me to drink. I
Right.
do it on
Make it
my
a
own.
double.
no, no, no,
And then
Sandman.
bring it every time, and I'm like, well, I'll take another. I mean, what? Come on.
I will say, Santa, I do appreciate that. You branched off from the shit show to put on quality podcast, informative podcast,
Absolutely.
also. So I really do appreciate you
Absolutely.
It's a lot of
Put-
fun.
you and Uncle Drunkle putting that out there and just making it more informative and having a second not shit show.
Yeah,
We have
it's
we
a
have
lot
a
of fun. We
very
do the Q&A, and then we've had some master distillers on.
Yep.
Couldn't find out who's going to be on Tuesday. I don't know if they're trying to keep it a secret now or what,
Yeah.
so we don't have the podcast, but
I know
we
I've
usually
really
can
enjoyed.
find out, and but this week they haven't shown any commercials, any indication, and hopefully any of them out there. If you're going to be on Tuesday, let me know. Maybe we can squeeze something in tomorrow.
I don't think a lot of them know their day until like the week of or something.
Right. Usually they give them 4 or 5 day, notice so they can plan their little pre-parties and things like that. So usually, one of them will come to us or, somebody will know something, but it's like nobody knows anything.
Yeah, I tell you, man,
maybe it's a mid-season break. I don't know.
It's very, very last second. I will say they are going on a mid-season. I don't know if it's a mid-season break. Because of March Madness.
Right, I'm thinking it might be mid-season. I'm hoping that's the case.
Well, it's March Madness. Like they've only done 5 or 7 episodes. Of
they're on
Masters
7.
so far.
Yeah,
they usually do about 12.
Killer Bees. We only got a couple minutes. Hop on here, buddy.
6 may have been the last episode.
And
the last one I saw or could watch was 6, but I'm cheap and I only get them when they pop up on
I've got them
Discovery Plus or whatever.
Yeah, that's the last one I watched was 6 too.
Yeah.
Hop on here,
Which
we only got a couple minutes,
but so I have noticed.
Yeah, it was episode 6 was the last one for sure. No, yeah.
Yeah, it's the mid season.
Yeah,
I bet it's
good. I was worried to death, and I was
And
like, man, we're gonna miss one.
Well, but on Easy's note, they probably timed that shit with March
Madness.
Yeah,
right. Tuesdays they run tournaments till midnight for 2 weeks in a row.
Tuesday's a big basketball
Why not?
night.
That's pretty smart, really.
In the past, what they'll do is they'll do their season finale for Moonshiners. They'll take a couple week break, and then they'll bring back the second part of Master Distiller. But they'll have Tim and Howard go and Billy Goat people on this old liquor here and there, and so they use it to push other little spinoffs for these guys.
Yeah,
so.
Right. I know JJ, Big Chuck, and who else? JJ, Big Chuck, and somebody else is going to have an episode. And I know Bennett's got an episode coming up. So
I believe JJ, Big Chuck, Bruiser, and several others.
Bruiser still likes his episode too. So he'll let us know. But
I think a lot of the people competed in the Champions tournament.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was with
that
JJ
might be what's going on this week.
I think it's Alfredo or Bruiser.
Alfredo, Big Chuck, and JJ. Those 3 are going out.
It's Alfredo.
Okay.
Bruiser,
Oh wow,
Is it?
that'll be a good one.
I heard it. I heard it was Alfredo, JJ, and Big Chuck. So I sent Alfredo a message. So
Alfredo told me it was him and Bruiser and somebody else. I forget who the third one was.
Good. I have to get up with him and find out.
That'd be good. That'd be a good one to watch.
Bruiser, you're gonna see Bruiser again. I mean, he got on
the
big time, the prime time.
Definitely going to be. He's going to be on another one for sure. He's already.
He's a good character too. Like Bruiser's a good fella.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
We stopped down there and saw him. It was he's got a nice little shop.
I got lucky enough to stop in with these guys, and that's
Bruiser makes some pretty stills too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he really does.
Dude, and
he learned quick, didn't he?
He makes the prettier they get.
Hey, we stopped by and he told us his production rate, and I was like, "Holy, you are fucking pumping this shit out!"
Yeah, he is.
Shit. He's like, I got an order for this one yesterday, and it's going out tomorrow. And I'm like, what the fuck?
When he goes to work, he goes to fucking work, boys.
Yeah.
Like,
he does.
When I get out here in the garage to start building shit, it's build, and then I
shot
fuck around
here,
and
shot
build.
here.
Yeah, I mean,
no, he goes on Facebook.
He goes to work. Like, he's knocking that shit out.
Yeah.
When he showed us what he had built that morning, I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
And then I start talking to him and seeing how he's doing things, and I understand how. You know what I'm saying? And he's not
some pointers and stuff. And,
he's definitely got a process that he's doing good shit, man. Like JJ and Chuck aren't in the same episode.
And you guys immediately
I couldn't remember.
Started feeding off each other as builders. Like, hey, I get shit here and I get shit. That's what's cool about the community is I can save you money here. Well,
You
got,
can
well,
save
you
me
got,
money
man.
there.
You know, we'll all trade this information, and we
There-
don't get this figured out.
It's kind of there's not a
Yeah.
lot of gatekeeping anymore. Nobody gatekeeps shit anymore.
Right,
Everybody's free. Like, hey, this is why I do this. This is where I get
Right.
I mean,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Hey, we
there's
learned a lot
enough
from doing
room
it.
for everybody,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
and
Absolutely.
people know what a quality still is. If they see shit, they're not going to buy it anyway. So you got to prove yourself to really get in the
I'll
market.
mention any names.
But you know what you said about that. All these guys are working together, and that's phenomenal.
Well,
They
you just
they
have to
really
keep you out in the hole.
Hey, I've seen Tracy Bumgarner on his own
Mhm.
group mention multiple other still builders because
That's what it's all
they all
about.
build something different. I mean, it just depends on what you want. I mean,
Yeah.
you can go basic or you can buy an absolute art piece with every bell and whistle.
It all depends on. Hey, there is a still for every budget out there. Whether it's copper, stainless,
Yeah.
keg, there's something for everybody. Just find
Well,
what you like and do you.
And let's get
Yep.
down to it. There ain't nothing wrong with the stainless still.
Fuck
That's
no,
what
man.
you got to start with. Get after it.
Yeah.
There ain't. I've had some damn good liquor off stainless still. I did it myself. I ran some liquor that I've never been able to duplicate.
You know, in my opinion, the pot doesn't make a difference whether it's
No.
stainless or
I
copper.
agree.
It's just mold mash.
I
It's just
will,
mold mash.
but I will say when I switched to a copper thumper, things did change. But from
Yes.
that point,
Yeah.
a copper pot.
After the pot, then yes, copper. It's
Copper,
in
yeah.
my
And
opinion.
I agree.
most people aren't using, yeast that build up a lot of sulfides and, and generally brandies,
And-
where you get a lot of your sulfides. So, having that copper comes in handy during those times, but, the mash or whatever helps,
Yeah.
as
It-
well.
It does make a difference, and that's coming from
I
me
mean-
playing with stainless.
Yeah,
Hey,
I did. I did stainless.
I've
for
learned
years.
stainless is it'll still make a good product. It's not over the top.
Well, as far
the-
as
the
when you
copper
can put
will
the
help
mesh in the vapor path, you're removing sulfides. So that's
Mhm.
that's one of the biggest benefits to copper,
Yes.
other than even heating.
It
Which,
makes a difference.
even
though.
heating,
It
helps,
really does.
helps a lot. And
A funny question that I really hated to answer was when I built the copper worm. And everybody's like, "Oh man, how much better is it?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's not any bit better. It looks good. I mean, doesn't it look pretty?
A bath is a
But-
bath.
But yeah, it no.
Bath is a bath.
Yep.
It doesn't
If
matter
you're-
what that worm's sitting in, as long as it holds water.
Yep.
It's,
And I'm glad I did it the way I did because I only had so much money every step of the way. Pot,
yeah.
worm. I ran a bucket worm on a full copper rig for a long time.
What are you doing, Rigsby? Your
He's a-
100th episode, you ain't even on it.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
Don't even talk to
Piece
him.
of shit.
Trolling his own podcast.
He
He's
is
going in
trolling
the
his
shadows,
podcast.
talking
His own
shit.
podcast.
That's Rigsby.
He's
My
lurking.
bad. He's lurking.
But hold on, I have to question. He says Matt's
Mm-hmm.
lying here. Are you running a copper pot, Matt? What?
No,
I
but-
mean, come on.
No, I'm running stainless pot.
I actually don't think you ever said you were running a copper pot. I was just
No, he's just busting his balls.
piggybacking off
He's
of
fucking
Rick's
with
Yeah.
here.
It's all good.
It's-
It's all good.
I
It's-
thought he was talking about the other man.
I did too. I thought
I
he was talking
thought
about
that for a minute too.
Might have
I
been.
did too. I was thinking
Might
Matt
have been.
Brown. Okay, probably doesn't. Okay.
I'll beat his ass too.
That's fighting words. That's fucking fighting words. You don't talk shit about my pot.
It's going to be
Hey.
embarrassing when he gets knocked out by my Geritol ass.
Right.
Actually, I think a lot of guys would probably fight you over saying their pot was stainless. There's this weird thing.
Them's fighting words.
Well,
But
Sean, I think you just did ask him.
he did.
I started with a
Sean.
beer keg, and I made
Everybody just
I
ignore
made some
him.
decent
I'm
stuff
booting
off
him
the beer
out.
keg. So
Sean's been blocked.
Block
I
his
ran-
ass.
Blocked him.
Bever, keg, copper. I ran decent liquor on them first three.
yeah.
No, the second two. The first Vever, that didn't last long. That was all terrible.
I tell you, man, like them little 3
It's
pot
all
bevers.
learning.
Yep. It's all learning. If,
Well,
if you upgrade
the-
the worm and the thumper on them little 3-pot bevers, you got a decent little still.
Well, my 13, my second setup was a 13 and then a 5 as the thumper and a 5-gallon bucket worm. All copper plumbed, 1 inch. But that thing ran, man. It was good still. I had no complaints out of it. It
Bucket
leaked.
worms.
It was a Vever. I had to put clamps on it and shit.
Yeah,
but
that sounds like
it,
Vever.
it would run some good liquor now. I have no complaints. I pulled liquor out of a barrel not long ago. That was good.
I'll tell you what.
So let me ask you this. I got a customer of mine that probably one of my best customers, and I hate to say this. He's reaching out to me wanting to start his own still. So what would be the best stovetop Vever still that he could get?
The football, 13 football or 18, either one.
Now, if he has room for the football, it's the football. Like that.
I have to pull my stove out to run it. You know,
it's
you got a
infinitely-
microwave or a fan above it. It's no bueno.
I'm going to agree. And I started with a 5-gallon Vever.
Was it a 3-pot?
Yeah, the 3-pot.
Yeah.
So,
but if I had to do it over again, I will go with that 13 football.
Because
Absolutely.
It's all tri-clamp. It's all tri-clamp and gaskets.
Yep.
And then like
Put a jar rig on it.
Oh yeah, I built him a jar rig.
Yeah, it's so
I got a
easy to
jar rig on my
upgrade.
5-gallon Vever.
I got a 13-gallon stovepipe that runs on a jar rig that works perfect.
I built old son a jar and a bucket worm for it.
My biggest concern about that is what about the worm? Is that worm efficient or no? Should he go?
Hell yeah, you got a 5-gallon bucket worm.
Bucket worm.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about the kit that he gets.
So
No, fuck that condenser.
That's what I'm saying.
It will make liquor, but there is no copper in it, and it's kind of like a reverse worm, to where it's just a big case with your cooling water going through your coil.
Right.
Which was weird to me that they did it like that. But yeah, and then it's so simple just to upgrade to a bucket worm later on down the line.
That's what I told him, and I told him I'd help him with that. So.
Because if you get the 3-pot, man, legit, you get the 3-pot, you're going to want to upgrade the lines. You're going to want to make your breather hole bigger. You're going to want a new thumper. You're going to want to upgrade the worm. You get the football.
I told him all that.
Yeah, you're making decent liquor right there. And that football's got a screen in it, so you could pack it with mesh. You could put fruit in there. You can hang gin bags in there. So
I'm going to use a lot of money over this. You know that, right?
Tell him they all suck.
They all suck. Don't make your own.
I would he wants a 3-pot and just
the 3-gallon. No more than a 3. You only need a 3.
Tell him to get a 3-gallon. That way you can't feed himself off a fucking pint.
Have you talked to him about all the dangers involved in this and how it's really not worth it?
Yeah, it's not worth it. Man.
You don't want to know how many times I fought with leaks on that little bastard.
Let's
Bring him over and
That's
have him beat fruit with a 2x4 and then be like, oh, that's bad. We got to do it again.
Hey, but really, let's get down to it. The first year, it ain't fucking worth it.
It's not.
No.
You run some mediocre ass liquor that you might be able to drink if you mix it. But after that, you start figuring it out. But the first year sucks. That's why nobody sticks around.
A lot of people give up too soon. Or, be a dumbass and fucking make videos and let people watch you drink tails because you don't know the difference.
I drank a lot of tails and I drank a fair amount of heads.
Yeah.
Hey,
no. That's what the neighbors are for.
I will say
neighbor comes over and you got any shine? Hell yeah, I do.
I know, Mark. Tell him to get one of those air steels.
You pass it out without drinking it. That's fucked up, man. No, I gave it to everybody, but I at least took a drink with
they have a 6-gallon air still?
Do they really?
Really?
I was fucking blown away.
I'd actually like to have one. I'd run the fuck out of 6-gallon air still.
Well, that makes it worth it. I mean, but the little coffee spot shit, it's like. You get what, 2 shots?
I want to buy that continuous still in South Africa.
Good God, I can't drink
right.
shit. I've got one.
It's expensive.
How do you make cuts on an air steel?
It's so fucking hot.
You just throw off your heads and drink everything else.
I mean, is there that much separation? I mean, it's all in the shot glass. I mean,
well, you're like 50 mil. Like you get about a pint.
You load it.
Wow.
Now I put anytime I run that thing, I put a bunch of tails in it, or maybe I'll put some heads in. You never know. I load it way up. I want at
Yeah,
least
load
a
it
quart
way
if
up.
I'm gonna run that.
So
motherfucker.
they got a new model that allows you to dial in the temperature, so it doesn't run. So you don't have to use like a little.
See,
It still
SDR
runs
with it.
hot. It still runs
Oh,
hot.
it does. It does.
So
for sure.
so I wired mine. I cut the fan wire to where it runs direct, and my heat element wire runs through my controller. Same one I use for my little 3 gallon.
I saw where a fella he took a box fan and like put it face down and put some feet on and slid it underneath there and ran that thing. I'm like, that's too much, man. Just give me a couple.
Yeah, I'm not doing. I mean, it
It's
took me
still
like
ain't gonna work.
it took me like 15 minutes.
And again,
to
that's
take
making the best out of what you got. You know.
all you have to do is wire the fan direct.
Yeah.
And now most people don't have a controller, but it's $25 on Amazon.
Yeah,
I mean,
I wonder though if the Steel Spirits, the one is made for it, is any better than that one.
Yes, because the Vever ones are made to half-heartedly distill water.
Yeah.
And let's be for real, man. They
from
aren't
what I've
efficient.
read, yes. But if you consider the price difference, buy
Right.
a Vever. Because
Right.
the Vever may not be a great still, but it will produce better liquor than that.
Fuck
will.
yeah, well.
They,
So-
I mean, it's just it's a
And then
stainless boiler. I mean,
You
that's
always
all
have
it
that
is.
option to fucking run it through that, welfare vodka,
Hey.
filter.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not
welfare
saying you
vodka,
can't make
they
something
drink
worth.
this.
I mean, I drank liquor from my first run. I didn't even clean my still first.
You don't know
But-
shit, you know.
I
Was
tried to
it
talk
worth
easy
drinking?
and run some scores.
Now we know. That answers a lot of
did.
questions, isn't it?
So old son, he had his boy mash in, and then
Oh, God.
he's like, oh, I think he scorched it a little bit, and he went ahead and fermented it, right? Fermented this scorch, and like I'm talking mega scorch. And he brought it over. He's like, here, put this in the
It
still.
smelled like a fucking ashtray.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro.
And so I dropped the hose into the
And he goes,
ferment vessel,
Nah, man, we ain't doing that.
and I took a hit on the hose just to get it flowing and put it in a still. I pulled my face away and put my thumb over, like, bro, we can't run this. Oh man, it was the worst tasting. Like it was like he just cooked the corn on the bottom of the pot. Like I don't know how he ever got that pot clean. It was brutal.
I would have
so.
ran it. Like I'm just that guy. I would have ran it, and then I'd have ran it, and
It was.
I'd have tried it.
Man,
There-
it's so hard to
dude,
get the scorch out.
it was so bad.
You
That's the
wouldn't
only
get
thing
the
I'll
scorch
pick.
out of
Yeah.
this one.
The smell almost made me sick. Like,
Dude, that sport, it was like a wheat rye. So it was like it almost smelled like the rye had burnt. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like that,
Oh, fuck.
It's
Oh.
accurate. It's an accurate smell, man. It's
Oh,
The
yeah.
very first time I scorched was 100% rye run. That's how
Yeah.
bad it was.
yeah. Did you scorch it during mash in or
No,
during
it was
run?
also not during mashing. It was when I was running. It was my very first time running 100% rye, and it was my very first time running elements.
Okay.
And I scorched the shit out of them. Elements were black. I mean, they were charred
Yeah.
black.
You chose to run rye.
Yeah, when
On
I
your
first started, I
time
scorched
running
sugar,
electric.
man. I
Hey,
scorched melt the
motherfucker
damn
jumped
sugar
in
when I
feet
first
first.
started.
It was bad. It was
It's
bad.
something you
Have
never
y'all done
forget.
that? Scorched the sugar?
and then
Hey, so it turns yellow on the bottom of your pan when you scorch it, or
And
your
then-
sugar when you go to dump it in.
I had Easy smell a jar
Horrible.
after of scorch, and I was like, "Yep, you won't never forget that smell, will you?"
You'll never. You
Not
never
after
forget
cleaning
that
the
shit.
pot, man. It takes a lot to clean those pots out too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's Sean. That was his pot that I was running it in.
The 3-gallon milk can.
I rainbowed the bottom of it for him.
He just asked, was that the 3-gallon milk can?
That was the whole three.
was
Look,
the
man, I
whole
come in the
three.
kitchen. And I told my son he wanted to do it. He wanted to do it. And I said, well, look, just keep it stirred. It's gonna get thick. I come in,
Teenagers
he's
ain't
like
got no
on
attention.
Snapchat on his phone and stuff, and I was like, hey, that's probably burning,
That's all right.
and it
Did-
was.
It didn't stop him from fermenting that shit though.
Hey, we kept it going.
I was
Hey,
like, bro, we can't run this. We can't run this.
We've exceeded my bedtime. I gotta go.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we're done. We've been a
That's
couple.
what
hours.
I was
yeah,
about
it's
to
11.
say myself.
It's
Hey,
Monday.
great
I keep going here
talk.
till 1 o'clock in the morning. So
Big
hey,
Easy.
thanks
for
again,
having
man. I
me.
appreciate y'all coming in and hanging
Cheers,
out with us,
guys.
shooting the shit. You know,
Hey,
See
cheers,
y'all.
everybody.
spreading the love, information. For
Y'all
y'all,
take it
for
easy. Congrats
Bad
again.
Santa, Uncle Moonshine. You guys ever want anybody in here on your podcast, man? Just reach out.
Absolutely.
Everybody's down to
Yeah.
talk Clicker, so that's
Yeah.
what we
Yep.
do. So
Yep.
Yeah, guys, thanks for coming in, man. We,
yes,
Yeah,
sir. We
thank
appreciate
you.
y'all shooting shit.
Yep.
Fuck
Good
you,
seeing
Sean.
y'all.
You sack of shit.
Yeah.
What the
Piece of
Sean?
shit.
Everybody let Sean know he's a piece of shit.
Fucking
There you go.
Sean.
We love all y'all. We'll be back next week. I don't know who the guest is. I just show up and have
Uncle
a good
Joey,
time.
who's up?
He don't know.
Man,
Y'all
what's
be
the
on the
date?
lookout for the.
Did you get up with Katie? Are you gonna have Katie on soon?
I got with Michelle. She got
Oh,
back
was it
with me,
Michelle?
so
I
have her
thought it
on.
was Katie. Is it Michelle? Yeah, maybe.
We're
Michelle.
we're booked out till May, so we're adding people
Oh,
on
hell.
in May now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Awesome.
but all right. Well, y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in for our 100th episode.
Night, guys.
We'll be back next week
Later,
with
guys.
101. Have a great night. Everybody shine on.
Shine on.
Shine on.
Fuck you, Riggs.